Hey everybody, thank you so much for joining us this week for this incredible episode with Ryan George and Todd Jones of Carry On. After we wrapped this episode, these two described this episode to me as a Carry On therapy session. And it's something I'm incredibly honored to have been present for. We learned all about Ryan's sketchy origin to hardcore music, how Carry On started, how Todd joined the band, and how Ryan's eventual edge break ended the band until now, 25 years later. This episode is jam-packed with lore and had both people saying, "Oh, I never knew that," at certain points, which is always my favorite thing. So sit back, get ready to learn about all things Carry On, and enjoy. Hello, welcome. It's HardLore time. How you doing, Bo? What a beautiful week we have here on the show. I must first introduce my guest co-host to my left. This is a HardLore Hall of Famer, certified. He is Nails, Carry On, X-Terror, Betrayed. The list goes on. Todd Jones, welcome.
Stand your ground.
Stand your ground. Which I'm sure we'll get to in a second. And on my right, our illustrious guest this fine day, here to tell us his side of this incredible saga. Finally, from Carry On, Youth Code, and the adored Ryan George. Welcome.
What's up, y'all?
How you feeling?
Feeling all right?
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Todd, how you feeling?
I feel good.
You get to interview with me, your friend of many years and bandmate, and really, this is the best case scenario for the breakdown of the full Carry On saga. I feel like.
Yeah, man. I mean, I was there.
You really were.
Carry On was my favorite band, like, before I was in it.
This is why. Let's start from the beginning here, Ryan.
All right.
Tell us about growing up and discovering hardcore in Atascadero, California.
Okay. Let's see. I probably got into it like a lot of people my age through skateboarding videos, more just hearing punk bands and stuff. And somehow I got a hold of a Wasted Youth cassette, and I would listen to that a lot, like over and over and over. And I met this skinhead guy, like the bad kind of skinhead. That worked at the local gas station. Mm-hmm. And he was like, "Oh, you got to check out this stuff." And he had Youth of Today, Can't Close My Eyes, and Judge Bringing It Down. And I was like, what is this? And like I'd kind of like found out about Minor Threat and stuff, so I sort of knew about straight edge. And that just like opened the world up,
Wow.
Looking at thank you lists and
so
t-shirts.
This Nazi changed your life.
Yes, he did.
Wow.
Yes, he did. He had great music taste.
He did one good thing in his
life. Yes.
Wow.
He said, "Tell me that Judge was great beer drinking music, man."
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Living like in a small town, I lived out in the country, mm-hmm. and this was before the internet, and you didn't really get to choose.
Your peers,
who was going to influence you.
Where is Atascadero?
It is inland from San Luis Obispo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's about 15 minutes in, I think.
So you're up there.
Yeah. It's by wine country, Paso Robles.
Is it a little north?
Yeah, I guess. To me, it's inland because the coast is over here.
Right. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. 100%. Yeah.
But geographically north from where we are right now, correct?
Yes, right. Correct.
Okay. And did you grow up going to Atascadero for shows ever?
Well, I wouldn't say I did, but my friends and I started traveling to San Luis Obispo and Atascadero shortly after we met Ryan.
Yeah.
And where did you two meet?
Where did we meet?
Living room in Goleta.
Yeah. What was the show?
Dude, it was Eyelid and Far. Did Far play sick. It? Yeah, Far.
Probably. Yeah.
Eyelid and Far.
What two great bands.
You remember the moment? Did sparks fly?
Yeah. I mean, I remember like.
You're not on Instagram very often, are you?
Sometimes.
Brian from Eyelid posted a photo of Eyelid playing, and I'm up front with these huge like cartoon X's on my hands.
Nice.
And an Earth Crisis Animal Liberation shirt like this, screaming. And I wonder if it was that show.
Did it look like it was from the living room?
I think it might have been the living room. I'm still.
Yeah, dude. I mean, it could have.
This the rest of the.
I remember you were sitting on a couch, and I just came over and like talked to you, just sat down.
I was just curious if it was that show because in my head, the first time we met, you had an Earth Crisis shirt on, and you've told me that I was wrong about that, and I'm wondering if I had the Earth Crisis shirt on. Whatever.
That I can't remember which shirts we were wearing, but you were wearing a shirt that made me think like, oh, I should talk to this person.
You were too. I don't remember what it was.
Yeah.
Beautiful. That's how it was back in the day, though.
Yeah.
That's all it took, man. You could see a guy with tattoos on the street and like know for a fact that like he's heard Madball before.
Sure.
And now everything is everything.
Yeah.
So Youth of Today and Judge are the bands that opened the door for you.
Yeah. I can rewind though. His girlfriend. Her name was something Beth, but everyone called her Scary Death.
Oh.
She gave me the Flex Your Head comp. She said, I don't like this shit. Like, take this. I know that you like Minor Threat. And I was like, what the fuck? This is so sick.
So locally, what do you discover and who are the people you connect with that turn it into a community thing for you?
No one. Okay. I forced all the kids that skateboarded to get into hardcore, and I told them they had to be straight edge. Like, you have to be straight edge.
Agreed.
Like, you stop listening to Pearl Jam, listen to this. They kind of, like, gravitated more to, like, stuff like Undertow or Strain, like, more chuggy, you know, what was, like, pretty popular in the mid-90s.
And how did you feel about that stuff as it was?
I loved it.
Okay.
Yeah, I loved it, and I like it a lot now. I definitely shunned it for a while when we had Youth Crew Revival. For sure, and I acted like I didn't, but I absolutely love that shit.
I love Undertow. Still.
Me too. So good.
Yeah, Strain too.
Who is in control, baby?
How early do you become straight edge?
I already pretty much was. You know, I did. My family had, not my immediate family, but like my uncles. I had an uncle that passed away from heroin, and he was like my idol when I was a kid. And then another uncle was addicted to heroin, and he was in and out of our lives. It was just like substance abuse, and I got to see it growing up, and I was just like, I don't want anything to do with it.
So it was a natural discovery.
Yeah. So I was basically like, oh, there's a thing that I already am. This, and I love the music. Like, let's just slide into this.
I had read that Strife was part of your introduction to straight edge.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. The gray 7-inch. With Rick Rodney. He's got a Champion hoodie. He's X'd up. When I found that in a record bin at Boo Boo Records in San Luis Obispo, I saw that and I went, holy shit, there are bands around right now. Because, you know, Youth of Today, like...
85, you know?
But it seemed so old at that age. Like, I was like, this shit is ancient. Like, it might as well have been like the Rolling Stones or something. Which it really wasn't that long ago, but at the time. But finding Strife, I was like, this band is current, and this dude looks like he's in Youth of Today. Let's fucking go. And they're not even that far from me, you know?
It's so fascinating to think timeline-wise, because this is what, 96, 97, 95?
95, 96, something like that.
Gray was 96,
Yeah.
I think.
And that's 10 years after Can't Close My Eyes? You know? 11?
But it seemed
Which is
so
20,
old.
that's 2015 to now.
It's,
you know?
Yeah, it's crazy. It's so fucking crazy.
Could you kind of explain to me or put in context Strife's impact in Southern California at the time?
Dude. Massive.
Extremely important, extremely powerful band.
Yeah.
When's the first time you saw Strife?
California Takeover.
Okay, you were there?
Yeah,
I didn't go to that
Crisis, Snapcase, Strife.
Legendary
I think
show.
18 Visions opened.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
Was that the Whiskey?
Yeah, it was at the Whiskey.
It's so fascinating that a thing with that much reverence is at the Whiskey of all places.
I know, right?
What is the capacity at the Whiskey?
500.
There's 500 people there.
That was the biggest venue I had ever been to, though. I thought it was fucking huge.
Same.
I remember I was scared. I sat up in the balcony because it was like the first time I had gone to a show that wasn't like a Eddie Numbskull like event that was at like a VFW hall. Like I like got to that and I'd never seen that many like hardcore, specifically straight edge kids.
Yeah.
I'd never heard of Hardline. There were people passing out Hardline zines, talking with lists of people that weren't vegan that they wanted to destroy or whatever.
Were you vegan already?
I don't know.
Ooh.
I think I might have been vegan by then.
Okay.
Definitely didn't eat meat though.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was a trip. I was like, and everyone wore like Jankos and shit and like jerseys, and I was like, the fuck? Like that's what all the ravers wear where I live. Like why are they wearing all this shit?
How much of an obstruction was the big pole in the middle of the dance floor?
I don't remember. I just remember going, there's kids moshing in ski masks doing like windmills, and I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Pretty cool.
I was like, I love this because these guys are straight edge, but the music is a little like slower than Youth of Today, so I was a little confused, and they looked so scary.
Yeah.
Because, you know, things were happening that I'm not aware of because I live in Atascadero. I live in the fucking country. I live out on a farm. I'm looking at the inserts of my records, and I'm seeing little glimpses at punk shows, going to see like Good Riddance or AFI, seeing tiny pieces of it. But then I go to that in Los Angeles, and you have people coming from all like the surrounding cities meeting up for this thing, and it's fucking crazy.
It's intense.
Yeah.
So where are you guys in your lives when you meet each other? Are you doing bands yet? Is Stand Your Ground a thing? Okay.
No, I think I was 15, and you know, we went to that Eyelid show at the Living Room in Goleta, and I mean, I played with my friends in like local Oxnard bands, but yeah, I was 15 years old. I wasn't really doing much.
Yeah. I don't know if I had a band yet. Maybe.
Did you have a band before Persevere?
No. I had, my friends had a band called Corporate America, and the singer was like always too scared to sing at practice, so I would grab the mic from him, and that's like when I realized I wanted to do a band. I would grab it and just like scream shit, you know? And I was like, oh, I want to do this.
So Persevere is your first actual band?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's get into that.
All right.
How does it start, and what is the vibe at first?
I think it started coming back from that California Takeover show. And
like literally on the way home?
No, like just, I mean, I wish I could say that, but I you know, this is a long time ago, so I'm not going to get it totally right. But I remember I had kind of like, you know, gotten quite a handful of kids into straight edge and hardcore, and I was doing something. I don't remember what I was doing, but I was away, and the kid that played drums, his name was Nick. His dad recorded bands, and he was like he rocked in his house with his friends, and like they recorded like their jam shit. But they recorded like 2 songs, and Nick sang over it, and he was like, yo, come back and like redo the vocals, and like let's do a band.
Okay.
Because he was a drummer, so that's what we did. Came back and tracked those vocals, and I think that became the Persevere demo, or we retracked it, I don't remember.
You still have it?
I listened to, someone linked it to me on YouTube the other day. I listened to it.
It's on YouTube.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's linked right there.
I've never heard it, and I've always wanted to, and I could never find it. And like by the time, I think it was, tell me if I'm wrong, but I think it's one of those things like when Persevere was playing shows, like I saw you guys at least a couple times or maybe once at the Pickle Patch.
Yeah, we played the Pickle Patch.
And I think like as soon as you guys had a demo, you were like not selling it, or maybe you guys had already moved on from it or something.
Yeah, I mean, I think what happened is the Time Is Now comp came out or something, and kind of like flip the switch.
So hold on a second. So the Time Is Now comp that came out on a record label called Tension Building Records from Pennsylvania. It had Floor Punch, Hands Tied,
Rancor.
There's one or
Rain
two.
on the Parade. Yeah.
Yeah. I think there was one more band on it, but so that comp came out at the same time that the Growing Stronger comp on Teamwork Records came out.
Ensign and
Atari
was on there.
Floor Punch.
Yeah.
97A, Push Too Far.
Yeah, Push Too Far.
So that the Time Is Now comp was that some. Is that what exposed you to those bands of that time frame from that era?
Yeah.
Okay.
For sure.
And that was like very influential to you.
I really wanted to get it too because it came with a zine.
Tension building fanzine.
Yeah. And I was like really hyped.
Classic.
I had that shit and I would just look at it over and over and I was like why am I doing like this like chuggy hardcore like?
Because Persevere is a straight up like kind of metallic chuggy band.
Yeah.
Right?
Strength, pride, commitment, believing in myself.
Okay, 25 to
the
life
lyrics
vibes.
come back. Yeah, dude.
Wait, that's a Carry On lyric, though.
Is it?
Yeah, strength, pride, commitment. It's pride from the first Carry On 7-inch.
Yeah.
But was that
those
also
were Persevere songs? So that first Carry On 7-inch, because Persevere started playing fast, and we went, wait a minute, like this isn't really fitting with what we were doing before, and we changed the name of the band.
Yes.
Because Carry On was Persevere.
Yes.
But it changed. And there was like the whole mess with the Jitsu record and
Let's get into it.
Yeah,
so
we're
we're doing it right. Here we are. The clock strikes 1998. Persevere enters the studio with Paul Miner to record a 7-inch. The music changes, the goal changes, the name changes.
yes.
And at the end of the process, Carry On is born. How seamless is the transition from Persevere to Carry On?
I think it was another thing where I just like forced everyone to, this is what we're doing. I was like, Start Today from Gorilla Biscuits is a way better record than all these. Like it stands the test of time. And like, there's all these new bands on the East Coast that were super inspiring.
Yeah.
I mean, Floor Punch was a fucking huge moment, I think, for a lot of us.
Yeah.
10 Yard Fight too.
Yeah, 10 Yard Fight for sure.
Like you can say whatever you want about, those records holding up, but 10 Yard Fight, in my eyes, all that shit, it was just like, let's fucking go.
The 10 Yard Fight show at the Pickle Patch was a huge moment.
I feel like Persevere played that.
You guys did.
We did, huh?
Yeah.
Graham took a photo of me. I'm like on some compilation. There's like silhouette of me with like fucking huge like jorts on or something.
You were wearing
and a
big
jersey,
pants.
yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I was fucking like.
Well, the Carry On, they weren't Carry On, you know? He was doing California Takeover.
This is why I wanted Todd here, because this timeline is so like.
It's a mess, but we're gonna sort it out.
It was very messy.
So you mentioned Teamwork Records. I mean, that's just around the corner, and that like such a staple of that era and the Youth Crew revival thing. You guys really end up doing it all in that. Goals and influences when Persevere becomes Carry On.
All the Youth Crew hardcore, and then I guess you call it like second wave Youth Crew, maybe.
Sure.
Is that fair to say?
I like it.
It was happening.
Yeah.
And especially with those comps kicking off.
Who is in the band at the time?
Shit.
So it's you on vocals, but then the fella Andy on guitar, right?
Andy, yeah, but I don't know how long he lasted in Carry On. I think Jordan Johnson would have taken over, and then maybe Corey was in the band before you.
That's right.
Corey was coming down from Thousand Oaks.
The fucking king.
Coming up from Thousand Oaks to practice. Yeah, Corey's the man.
Is it true that one of the members of the band who was vegan would jerk off with lunch meat?
Oh, dude.
That sounds right.
Okay. Interesting.
Where the fuck did you find that?
Where did you find?
I'll tell you later.
Okay.
So it's a completely different lineup than the Carry On.
You know what? That kid wasn't in the band. His name was Ian. He was the one that I would grab the mic from.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
that was a thing.
Wow.
It was Ian. Remember Ian?
His band played the Eyelid Far show. Was his band called Life?
Fucking.
Or it was just called Corporate America?
Corporate America. They might have changed the name. They were into like spaz and.
I remember him. He was kind of a tall, lanky fella.
Yeah, bands where you
Red
wear
hair.
like the black long johns under your ripped up shorts.
Sure.
He's one of those.
Sure.
Dystopia, is that a band? Yeah.
Yeah.
He was into that shit. I don't know, dude. I like Youth Crew hardcore.
You're doing great.
I like Youth Crew hardcore.
Stabbed in the face. I guess technically the Carry On demo in a way, you know?
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
Recorded with Paul Miner. How was that?
I don't remember. I honestly don't remember that recording session. I remember a little bit. I remember thinking about either him or his brother or something was a tattoo artist, and
Jim.
yeah, that's all I remember thinking about when I was there, because I was like,
You just wanted to be tatted so bad?
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
When you recorded, because I remember, because Stand Your Ground also recorded with Jim at the For the Record studio. And what we did is we got like a 24-hour block where we just started recording like...
Oh, shit.
At like, I don't know. I can't remember what time, but did you do the same thing? Did you guys record it just one session? Like, like you went in for a day and then you just left, and when you were done, you had your record. It was lost.
Yeah.
That makes sense why you remember not much then.
Yeah,
Just a blur in your life.
That 7-inch, I don't remember like a lot of it. I remember doing the stuff for Youngblood, and I remember the Teamwork 7-inch. The Stabbed in the Face.
The concept of a youth crew revival band with a straight edge song and record called Stabbed in the Face.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's such an amazing concept.
I just thought it was like, stabbed in the back. Oh, fucking, you stabbed me in the face.
I don't think this sounds like an amateur band demo, Yeah. I think maybe because it's this conscious evolution from Persevere, where it's these guys that have already been playing together. But like the songs are good.
They were good.
They were fucking good.
Listen to that. It's so long.
I haven't either. I'm gonna have to go listen to it. But
dude, Pride, the song Pride, that closer is incredible.
Sick.
So the musicians in the band were good. Yeah. Like they were young, but they were good. Like that drummer could play. So like Carry On was in that lineup. Carry On was like a powerful live band. And just a little tidbit, when we're not there yet, but when Ryan, changes the lineup of the band, the song Pride was the only song that really got played after the big lineup change. But that song, that song rocks, yeah.
So did you play that song in Carry On?
No, by the time I joined the band there, those songs were
rehauled everything.
Yeah. I mean, they had like a full length. When I joined the band, there was like a full length of material
that we never put out yet.
Yeah.
Does that exist anywhere?
That live living room tape has some of them on it. That stuff's good. It sounds like so Turning Point.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it's really fucking cool. Like, it's hard to listen to because it's like such a bad recording, but you can hear the songs. Yeah. Like, they're fucking cool. Jordan Johnson wrote some wicked shit, man. He was very, very good.
Him and Josh.
Yeah, Josh Luce.
We're not there yet, but Josh was like the first person I met that I was like in complete awe of like their songwriting, who was like my age.
He's sick.
I was like, what the like this? He would just sit
very
down with
nonchalant about it.
Is effortlessly for him. He would just sit with a guitar and he'd just start playing cool shit. Yeah. I'm like, what is that? He's like, oh, I don't know, I'm just playing it. I'm like, God damn, dude.
Yeah, you took that with you. You did it.
He was incredibly influential to me.
Where are you at this time?
Probably, I mean, by that time, we probably started Stand Your Ground. Like, we were going up to shows in San Luis Obispo. Like, I would, what was it, Morro Bay that had that, like, VFW hall style venue where there was a bomb shelter or something? Yeah. So we would go see Carry On play in Morro Bay at that place. Like, one of my favorite moments, like, hardcore moments ever, was seeing Carry On cover Little Friend.
Yeah.
Minor Threat at that place. But... like he was saying, like Eddie Numskull would book a ton of shows in that area, and we'd go to them as much as we could.
And this 7-inch really connects with you at the time?
Yeah, I mean, we loved it.
Fuck yeah.
But Carry On got way better than that too, though. Which we're getting to.
It sure did.
Yeah.
One of the things that's so striking upon revisiting Carry On is how straight edge it is.
Yes.
Drug free for life. I made my fucking choice, man.
Yeah.
Is that something that strikes you upon revisiting the songs now?
No, I think it's sick.
It is sick.
Obviously I'm not straight edge, but this won't make any sense to anyone but me. I connect to that shit so much still. I hate anytime I ever hear anyone badmouth straight edge. Like, my favorite bands are straight edge hardcore bands. Like, I still feel so connected to it, but I'm not anymore. But it's very important to me still to this day. But back then, I meant it so much. Yeah,
it's amazing. It's every song. It's awesome. The line is drawn 7-inch. Youngblood Records. Is this the same group of people?
No.
Yeah. So explain. between Stabbed in the Face and The Line is Drawn, you I mean, it's what I remember is you changed the whole fucking band.
Yeah.
Like it's basically a new band.
Yeah.
All new people.
Yep.
Nobody was the same.
No.
So explain that change, and also like, when did you meet Josh and Jordan?
Josh Luce was friends with he was my brother's age, my little brother.
Right.
And they had like been going in, like me and my little brother shared a room, and they would listen to like my cassettes and stuff and my CDs, and Josh gravitated to this stuff more, and he was always asking me about hardcore bands, like, what is this? What, like, this song is sick. Do they have other stuff? You know, I'm just like being like an older brother showing him stuff. There was Josh, and then Jordan played in a band in Paso Robles that was with his brother Jeremy and the drummer, what was his name? The blonde kid? He played in Carry On for a while.
I know who you're talking about. What, his name wasn't Nick.
No.
Dude, I don't remember.
Fuck.
Yeah.
He's awesome.
He was a great drummer.
Such a good drummer.
Yeah.
Busted.
But they were in a hardcore band in Paso Robles, which is our neighboring town.
Yeah.
And they were doing like chuggy they were into like Deftones and shit like that. But Jordan was really into Youth Crew hardcore. So I just kind of like fucking went, you guys are going to be in my band. I took their drummer and Jordan as a guitar. I was a fucking bully.
Yeah, how did that work out with just deleting the rest of the
talk
band?
Mad shit to everyone all the time. Like, what we're doing is going to be better. Like, we're fucking, like, let's go. I don't know.
You seemed to not have been wrong yet. So
no, I was good.
It's tough.
Yeah.
You got a good track record.
What was the moment that made you just tell those guys, like, we're not doing this band anymore?
I mean, they kept doing their band. See what happened? Okay, let me rewind a bit. All the guys that were in like Stabbed in the Face 7-inch, like they got hella into like crust punk and stuff. And I thought it was like so scummy. Like it was just gross. And I didn't want anything to do with it.
Yeah, you were a morally straight, positive youth.
Fuck
you know?
yeah, dude.
Yeah.
It just looked bad. Like the music was gross. Like
you like
I
it
thought
now?
it was cool that they were vegan. No. It's cool. I'm glad people like it.
Sure.
It's just not for me. So I needed people to play, and they were in the neighboring town, so they just started playing with. And I think also, like, I think a big thing was having Corey coming to Atascadero, like San Luis Obispo area, because we all thought Corey was cool. Like
we think Corey is cool.
We still, yes, we do. Yeah. He was just like, he knew the guys in Strife.
Yeah.
Like he had all the cool shirts. He fucking talked with the side of his mouth all the time. He was just sick, dude.
He's one of one, dude.
He
a
was
true
so
one
sick.
of one.
And having Corey being into the band, like I was able to get these guys from Paso to come over, and I don't know, there was just like momentum.
So is Corey part of the
happening.
Line is Drawn record at all?
I don't know if he played on it. Did he play on it?
Yeah, he did.
He did.
Yeah.
And who's doing the writing for this? Is it Josh and Jordan?
I think Jordan wrote a lot of it. Probably Josh Luce too.
Because the floor punchness.
Oh, then it's definitely
steps up
it's definitely
time.
Josh then.
Okay.
Yeah, he's huge floor puncher.
So the Line is Drawn for you, Todd. How does this one hit you?
Oh, it was incredible. I my biggest regret in that era is that I didn't go to the recording. You guys recorded that in Simi Valley.
Yeah, we recorded with Graham's friend.
A fellow named Shannon.
Yeah.
Yeah, he ran, I think T4 was his studio name. But I didn't get to go to that recording, and I don't know why, but I was super bummed on that. I think I had prior obligations. But yeah, dude, that 7-inch is fucking incredible. I mean, it sounded so legit. Like Stabbed in the Face was cool. It was great. We loved it. But like, there wasn't, number one, in Southern California at least, or I should say Central California, because that's where Ryan lived too. Right. But like, there wasn't bands playing that style of hardcore that was as legit as The Line is Drawn. Like, they're good. Like Collision was a good band.
Collision was good.
Collision, yeah.
Built to Last.
Built to Last was good, but Built to Last, they were kind of like, they're kind of like on a New York hardcore tip. Maybe
yeah, they were like Sick of It All.
Madball bounce. Yeah, Sick of It All, Madball kind of like styles. And then there was Powerhouse from Oakland, and I really like them too. But they weren't trying to do the youth crew thing. They were also in the kind of like the New York hardcore thing too. But like I can't remember any other bands playing that style of music. It was just so good. Like I was playing in a band called Stand Your Ground, and we were cool, but like this felt like super legit. Like this felt like it could stand in line with something like Floor Punch or all the bands from the East Coast.
Did it
that we
feel
really
like kind of having your own local Floor Punch in a way?
Yeah, I guess so.
That's how we felt about Stand Your Ground. We felt like they were like 10-yard fight, like in Oxnard or whatever, and it was fucking sick.
Is this when you guys start playing around and outside of California?
I don't think we left to the East Coast until like the Teamwork 7-inch.
August 2000.
You remember?
Yeah.
That's why I wanted you here, baby. I mean, besides, I love hanging out with you.
And aside from Todd, like in your mind, do people care about these records at the time?
Fuck no, dude.
Okay.
No.
The
Kids
amount
in
of
Oxnard and Paso, and that's it.
Yeah, I mean there was like you know who was cool was the Life's Halt guys.
Yeah.
They were cool.
True.
We had a bond with them, and there were people like Graham Donath, who at the time lived in Ojai, but also like was kind of like an Orange County fella. He was friends with all the Orange County folks.
He would always be at the Pickle Patch and
Like taking photos.
Tell me about this Pickle Patch.
So the Pickle Patch was an apartment on a ground floor, and 3 fellas lived there. One was Mike Fight, who currently is managing bands. I'm not sure where he lives, but
he had a record label.
He had a record label called Fight Records.
He was in Good Clean Fun.
Yeah, he bass player for Good Clean Fun. Okay. And then Steve Aoki,
world famous DJ.
With Benny Hanna.
Yep.
Yeah, and
maybe a Republican now.
Wow.
And then some other fella, I can't really remember who, but it was
Kent McClard.
Nah, he didn't live there.
He didn't?
Nah, he was always at the shows.
Why was it so much Heart Attack fanzine stuff there?
That was just what was there, because Heart Attack, Kent, and Ebullition they had their office space in Goleta in the same city.
I always thought that fool lived there.
No, I don't think so. No.
Cool. I just always imagine him upstairs when the shows are going on, like getting all grumpy.
He was kind of grumpy.
Yeah.
So around this time is when you decided to move to LA?
Yeah, probably.
Is Carry On being a band at the forefront of that decision at all?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, the whole reason I moved to LA was because of hardcore and Carry On.
It had to be summer of '99.
Yeah.
So tell me about recruiting the rest of Carry On for what would become the Roll with the Punches lineup.
Oh boy.
Well, on Thanksgiving of '99.
God, I'm so happy you're here.
I got a phone call. Ryan called Corey at work. Corey worked at Kinko's off of in Agora Hills, and I would just go and hang out, like use their computer or whatever. I wasn't living with Corey at that time, but I was just there hanging out, and Corey had called Ryan at work and had explained to him that Jordan had to quit the band because Jordan had a heart condition. And in order for Jordan to maintain his health insurance, he had to get a certain grade point average in college. I believe Jordan, he
did the responsible
quit the band.
thing.
Yeah, and he left the band, and then Corey and Ryan conferred together, and I think Ryan put forth we should get Todd to play guitar. Like that's the obvious choice.
Yeah.
And so Corey told me that, or I spoke to Ryan on the phone, I can't remember. And so I joined Carry On because Jordan quit.
Wow.
And I was so happy. I was like jumping up and down.
In this Kinko's?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like Kinko's was like a crucial thing
spot
for hardcore, for our little world. Because Corey would bust shit out. He would work the night shift there, and he would just like make shit like crazy.
He made flyers. He made record covers.
Wow.
He was really good at graphic design.
The test press with the praying X hands.
Yeah.
That were like gold embossed.
Yeah.
That was Corey Kinko?
Yeah, dude.
Wow.
He killed it.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're jumping for joy.
Yeah.
How soon does do you actually start writing? Do you remember vividly the first day you sat down with the intention of writing a Carry On song?
Yeah, I do. It was the song Fuck Your Politics.
Track 2?
Yeah.
Banger,
dude.
And what was really influential to me at that time was, towards the end of '99, all the what we referred to earlier as a second wave of youth crew, like all those East Coast bands were kind of winding down. I think Floor Punch had already broken up at that time, the end of 1999. Well, they played their last show in May of 2000.
So that might have been after their European tour, where it seemed like they were.
It was after their European tour. And, that whole scene was kind of winding down. Like Fast Break had started playing more of a poppier rock music, and 10 Yard Fight. I don't know when The Only Way 7-inch came out, but it might have been around that time or shortly. No, they were done. 10 Yard Fight was done by 99 because of they play the Edge Day and they had the shirt.
That's the reason Edge Day exists, right?
Yes. Yeah. 10 Yard Fight created that term. Or maybe Sweet Pete did at the show. Yeah. But anyway, but yeah, all that stuff was kind of winding down. And what was really, 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 really influential was that Right Brigade demo.
Yeah.
And the Right Brigade 7-inch. And
that shit was mind blowing.
It was like the youth, it was very heavily influenced by the Youth Crew style, but also a little bit harder. Like I think Jesse had become pals with the Blood for Blood people or something, and was like touring with them, doing merch for them or something like that. And those guys, I have no idea, but I assume those guys were like, they were just like, we're going to play a little bit fucking harder, a little bit heavier, a little bit more aggressive. And that was like, I fucking loved it. I love that Right Brigade
to
demo.
this day.
Yeah.
Yeah, so everything. But so yeah, that song "Fuck Your Politics" was like largely influenced by Right Brigade.
No, I think that whole Teamwork 7-inch probably was us going like, "Fuck yeah, Right Brigade, dude."
Yeah, probably.
It's so interesting to, like, the lack of stigma in hearing something brand new and modern and being like, this is what we're doing now. Whereas like, well, even now, if a band was like, we're ripping off Nails, I'd be like, that's crazy.
Yeah, the thing is though, like when you're young, that's what you do.
Yeah.
Like a baby learns how to walk from watching other people do it and wanting to do it. And it's like, dude, I was 19 years old. Like we were trying to have our own little piece of what we loved because we didn't have it.
Yeah, we didn't. There wasn't bands like that over here.
Yeah,
like it just didn't exist. So
it reminds me of people in New York telling me that like in 1986 all their friends would get together and just learn Age of Quarrel.
Oh yeah.
And like it's already this monumental landmark and they're just getting together after school and learning it. So there's no shame in hearing this new thing that connects with you. And
but I try not to be too hard on young people.
You can't.
Like when it's like, oh, this new band just came out, it's kind of a new style, and the next thing you know, like the UK has their own version of it, the West Coast has their own version of it, like Australia has their own version of it. It's just like, dude, these are just young people, like they're just trying to figure it out.
Yeah, that's passion,
It's passion, and that's what we were doing.
Yeah.
And it might sound a little unauthentic to say like, oh yeah, we were just copying the things we loved, but I don't want to say we were copying anything. Like, it was when you put it through our filter, it was its own thing. Yeah.
Was it Graham from Lecherous Gaze and Annihilation Time briefly in the band?
Yes.
Yeah. Dude, that's crazy.
Yeah.
You played bass for us.
Bass?
Yeah.
Yeah. With a cast.
Dude, that's like one of the greatest modern guitar players in the world.
Undoubtedly.
Carry
100%.
Unbelievable. So
Graham
Carry On.
Great.
Graham is a god.
Great personality.
Carry On as history remembers it is born in a way. Did you differ from your writing process with Stand Your Ground at all, other than taking directly from Right Brigade inspirationally?
Come on, man.
Positively. I don't mean that.
I don't think you mean anything negatively. Yeah.
No, it wasn't derogatory.
It's all good.
There was a lot of Floor Punch still, though.
Oh, of course.
Josh Luce was like,
to this day,
fucking
to this day,
spiritually a lot of Floor Punch right here.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Is there a song or part of a song that you heard as the singer recruiting this whole new band that made you feel like something special was happening?
That whole the Teamwork 7-inch, the whole thing is like every single song on that is like fucking insane to me.
I have a vivid memory of so I told a story about how the song Roll with the Punches came to be on like the last HardLore I did, about where I heard Count Me Out. Me and Corey heard Count Me Out at Dave Mandel's house, and then we drove back to that apartment we had in Woodland Hills, and we, the song came to life. And then I vividly remember going to rehearsal in, was it Reseda or Van Nuys at one of those hourly lockouts? Do you remember what that
Probably
place is
Reseda. It was Sound Arena.
Sound Arena.
Yeah.
And we would rehearse there, and we got there a little bit before you did. It was Nat, Kiefer, Corey, and myself. And so we were rehearsing before you got there, and we were learning that song together, and we put it together. And then you came in, you're like, what's up? And it's like, oh, check out the song we made. And at the end, you were like, oh my God, that's like one of the best songs I've ever heard.
Yeah, dude. It was insane.
I remember that moment.
Yeah.
Felt good.
Maybe I'm wrong on this, and I haven't listened to it for a minute. I felt like Roll with the Punches, the song, was also, I felt like we pulled something from the Over the Line demo.
Well, I love the Over the Line demo.
Yeah, but didn't we lift something from that? It might have been like the fast, like harmonic picking.
In the beginning?
Did Over the Line do that on their demo?
I think they do on a part. I could be wrong. Could be wrong.
I vividly remember just
in my head, like that's always been like where we nicked a piece of that from, but I could be wrong.
I don't think
I want to listen to it.
Is that just instinctive harmonic trim?
I mean, I don't know. I just heard that Count Me Out 110 album, and I was fucking blown away.
Yeah,
and
dude.
Went back to our apartment, just sat and played guitar for an hour.
That record was so powerful.
Yeah.
To this day?
To this day, yeah. 110's great.
Were you conscious of how many times you said fucking and Off My Chest?
No, but the whole record, I used it as like a syllable if I needed to make something work. Yeah. I like.
You can't just say I'm this.
Yeah.
I'm fucking this.
Yeah.
You know. Okay.
Although, whatever. No regrets.
It's funny. Like I never during the band while we were making those songs, I never thought about that until after, and then people were like, "Dude, Ryan says fucking so much." I'm like, he does?
I mean, I do in my normal speech day to day too, so it's like not that weird.
Just the real you coming in. Dude.
Phonetically, it's a great word.
Bro.
Great word.
Yeah.
Off My Chest. Let's talk about that song, because fucking hit. You know, the Carry On. I think it's the top streamed song probably to this day.
Cool.
Were you? We talked about this a little bit in the Nails episode, but are there reservations from the band as a whole putting this big obvious breakdown in the end of the song? Like you as the singer, okay, you're in.
No, I think that if I wasn't like cheering for it the most, like I don't know, I was very, very into doing this.
Okay.
Yeah, I really, really wanted it to have a song that did that. Also, the end of Roll with the Punches, like the very end of it breaking down was also, I thought, very sick.
That was your idea. I was nervous that you weren't going to like the very, very, very end of Off My Chest.
I loved it because we didn't have anything like it.
Yeah.
And I was like, this will be a big moment. I had a lot of problems doing the lyrics for Off My Chest, though. I had to sit with Todd in a car and write it.
You remember that?
Yeah, I do. I distinctly remember that. We Corey was dating a woman whose family lived in Malibu, and our plan was, before we went to Double Time Studios in San Diego, was to go stay at her parents' house. So we stayed in Malibu at her parents' house, and it's like, dude, Ryan, like we're recording tomorrow. We got to get lyrics for the song.
Yeah.
It's like at 10 or 11 at night.
Wow.
I just couldn't figure it out. Like I'd never written to a song like that. It was mid-tempo. It was heavier than other stuff we had done. What were we trying to do? Like something a little more like Cro-Magsy or something? So. Yeah. I just couldn't like...
Musically Cro-Mags? Or lyrically Cro-Mags?
I think
musically, I think
yes and yes, but I think another big influence to the Off My Chest song was the Agnostic Front song that's on Liberty and Justice. That's mid-pace too. But we sat in this car and just listened to a rehearsal tape of the song, and we the phonetics came to us, and we were like, okay, what kind of line can we put in here? Mm-hmm. I think it was one of those things.
It went really smooth once we got it going. I just couldn't find like I couldn't find the intro. Like I couldn't find like just the flow of it. I was like, I don't know what to find. I mean, now it's like a no-brainer. Like I'd be able to do it.
That's always how it is.
I was just like, I can't wrap my head around this song.
I've had that problem so many times.
But we put in the work, and it ended up being sick.
Can I tell you another tidbit about that?
Always.
So we, our friends, we would hang out with a lot at Spotlight Tattoo Studio. Brian Burke, we had planned for him to do the cover and the back cover, the art, for the whole record. And I can't remember why it came out this way. I think we were like working with the deadline, but we were like, if we're gonna have this record come out by this tour we're doing in August, we need to submit the artwork like tomorrow. And it's like, okay, so what are the song titles? And we're like, well, we don't have a song title for the song yet. And we were just like, well, let's just call it Off My Chest. That's like a cool title.
That's awesome.
So we were like, okay, Brian, here's the song titles. Like, please do the back art or do the artwork.
Yeah.
And so we were just like, we knew that the song was going to be called Off My Chest because of that, but we didn't have any lyrics for it at the time. But, yeah.
So you were stuck with, that's probably why it was so hard. You were stuck with the title and had to work
around it.
Do you remember that?
No.
Well,
I do remember Brian being a little bit behind on the artwork though.
Oh, that's okay.
We were like stressed out.
Do you remember the
it.
reason behind this weed edition of the 7-inch art?
Oh yeah, dude. We played 420 Fest. And it was one of the times where we were able to be really funny because, you know, we're a straight edge band.
In April of 2001, we flew out to Boston and we stayed with Chris Rand and I believe Wes lived there and Tim Kosar lived there.
Yeah.
But we stayed at their apartments and to record our album. And they were having a show on April 20th, 4/20.
Okay.
It was Bane, American Nightmare, I think Panic played?
Panic played.
Okay. And I don't know if anybody else played, but Carry On played. So, you know, we had some of those 7 inches, and I think Corey like did his thing, went to Kinko's.
Kinko'd it up?
Yeah.
Kinko Corey, man.
I don't know. I don't know if he cut all those or who cut them or how they got cut, but they look like a good cut job.
Pardon this interruption. You know I hate to interrupt this chat, but I got to tell you about 2 very important things that brought you this episode. That's right. We got Old Faithful 1 and Old Faithful 2. First off, we have Guilty Party, my favorite menswear store in the world. You want denim? They got them. Studio D, Samurai, Flathead, Ironheart. You want boots? They got them. Knicks, Alden, Red Wing. It's summer, baby. You want a cool, breezy shirt? Freeno and Studio D just put a few new ones up now. Every single week, there are new items on this store that do not last long. They just restocked a ton of their most popular denim. So be wise, look for your size, and use code HardLore to get 10% off site-wide. That's guiltyparty.co, code HardLore. They also just restocked the legendary Samurai Baker Pants or fatigues that Bo and I simply would not shut up about. So check those out. Use the code. Change your life with just a handful of items here. This episode is also brought to you by Mills Vintage. He has risen from the ashes like a phoenix after getting his entire LA store robbed. That's right. Every single thing in the store was stolen. And thanks to many of you and many more, his stock is replenished. It is plentiful. It is bountiful. And this season's harvest spells strife, dying fetus, bastard, entombed, obituary, and many more. He's also about to announce the reopening of the LA store, so stay tuned for that, and some serious heat coming your way that hopefully I don't beat you to the punch on. So follow Mills Vintage on Instagram and head to millsvintageusa.com and use code HardLore to get 10% off site-wide. And if you got some old stuff you're trying to get rid of, Vic is your man. Send a message to the Mills Vintage account and he will get you set up with credit or a trade to get you paid and to get that shirt on somebody who will wear it with love. Back to the episode. How significant is American Nightmare to the Carry On story?
Extremely.
Yeah.
Walk me through it. Does this start with the
first
California
show
shows?
We played with them, I think, was Jerry's Pizza.
That's right.
Correct.
But let me take it back a little bit. During that summer, well, American Nightmare had put out their demo, and
99, right?
I think it was like late 99, and I didn't think much of it. I mean, the recording was awful, but people on the East Coast were like, "Oh, this band's great." I'm like, "Okay." And then the summer of 2000, they put out that 7-inch, and that was like the same. That had the same effect, or a bigger effect actually, than Right Brigade. Because it was like, okay, here's this band that's playing like youth crew influenced hardcore, but also it's a little rougher, it's a little heavier, it's a little faster, you know. And then Wes had his
the lyrics were really cool too.
Yeah, he had his own fucking style. Nobody was doing lyrics like that at the time, and it was, you know, it was poetry, and that really blew everybody the fuck away. Everybody loved American Nightmare. They were great. And then so what happened was is American Nightmare was going to come to California and play a handful of shows. And this was, between Christmas and January 1st. So they came out and they played Jerry's Pizza in Bakersfield. I think they played in Northern California. I think they played Gilman or something, but we weren't on the show. And then they played Santa Cruz.
Yeah, Santa Cruz.
So we got to play those 2 shows with them. And that's where we met Chris Wren. Mm-hmm. And after that Jerry's Pizza show, Chris Wren asked us to do an album on Bridge 9 Records. And the Carry On album was the first proper full-length album that Bridge 9 would have done.
Yeah. Wow.
But yeah, American Nightmare was, when they came out, it was like an explosion.
Yeah, they were.
Were they influential to you for writing the full length?
Yeah, I would say so.
Important
Yeah.
note. So
they were influential to me. I mean, obviously, I was very into them.
Yeah.
Lyrically, it was cool. I'd already been like listening to like a lot of like screamo stuff around this time and getting into like more emo screamo stuff and getting into weirder music because I'm living in LA and seeing like club stuff, which I've never seen before.
Yeah. When do you become into that?
Pretty soon after moving to LA, I just started going out to, I don't remember. I was working at Urban Outfitters and the people I was working with were always going to like 80s nights. I lived on Curson and Melrose and Urban Outfitters was like a block away and I worked there. And so I'm just like getting exposed to all this new stuff, like a country kid in the big city. So, American Nightmare for me specifically at the time was like very cool because I was meeting someone from a band that comes from the East Coast where all this music is, and they're into all this weird shit too. So I was like, hell yeah, this is sick.
And then they happened to also just kind of become like the band at the time.
Yeah.
On the label, which was Bridge 9. And you guys signed to Bridge 9 in 2000 for what would become its 19th release total ever. And you said it's first full length.
Yeah.
First LP.
So Youngblood, Teamwork, Bridge 9, you've officially completed the Youth Crew Revival Prophecy.
Yo, I know that we had this conversation where we're like, what do we want to do? We want to put out a 7-inch, or we want to release something on Youngblood, and we want to release something on Teamwork. I don't know if we had talked about Bridge 9, but I remember those 2 specific things, and I was like, we fucking did it.
Yeah. That felt so good.
Like, yo, that was the best feeling in the world. Obviously, the LP being on Bridge 9 was awesome, but those 2 7-inches, like, I felt like so chuffed.
As you should. You should be proper chuffed.
Yo, fucking B-boy stance forever on that one.
2001, A Life Less Plagued. Your timeless, very straight edge, one and only LP. When does the idea of a Carry On LP begin, and how does the process start?
I don't know. Bridge 9 said, you guys want to put out an LP? And we went, fuck yeah, dude.
Okay.
Before Bridge 9 asked us, did we have plans to do an album?
I don't know if we did.
Carry On.
No, I think that we like sat down to write that record because I remember you coming to the house at Curson and us writing songs. Like you would be playing guitar and I would be giving my input on things. And I remember, I think you had maybe, what is it, Broken Strings? I think you already had that.
No, I distinctly remember like putting that together. Like
really?
Yeah.
I thought I could have swore I remember you playing that at the house, and I was like, "Holy shit, this is so good!"
I loved that song. That's why it made me my favorite song from that.
Really?
Broken Strings. Yeah. It's to me that's like as close as we got to sounding like Youth of Today, and that's why I like it.
Hell yeah.
Let me try to think about this. So we had Waiting on Forever.
Oh, is that what it was?
We had Waiting on Forever. We had a lot of songs. We had Killing a Sound. We had that tune before.
Yeah, that one came out on the comp, the Bridge 9 comp.
And we played it at Headline Records.
Yeah.
And I remember Ben Edge being like, whoa, that's great. Because I had that melodic solo. Like we were trying to sound like Bold and Sportswear or something like that. And then we had...
Who loves Sportswear?
Yeah, you'll hear about it in a moment.
All right.
And other than the 2 Roll with the Punches and Off My Chest, obviously those were there. And I don't know. I don't know if I think we were planning on writing an album before that.
We had
songs.
We had to.
Something was.
We were fired up all the time. Like, there's no way we weren't thinking.
Yeah,
like
I was
scheming.
I was always coming to your house with my guitar and like
we were just listening to hardcore records and talking about how every band was metal around us, and we were pissed and. Yeah. We were fucking charged, dude.
So you're ready. You got songs in the tank. You're playing some of them, but in your mind, a little bit, the Bridge 9 of it all informs it being an LP and really kickstarts the process.
Yeah, he asked us to do an album, and then for some reason, like, you know, so we met him at the end of December, and for some reason, April became the month where we were going to go record it. I don't know why that decision was made or how it was made, but that was when we were going to go do it. And so we needed to come up with some material because we already had maybe we had 4 songs for an album or 5 songs. Yeah. But we had a handful of songs, but we didn't have an album's worth of songs.
Yeah. That would be why Roll the Punches and Off My Chest ended up on it.
But thank God they were.
Dude, you should have put the whole thing on there.
Let's go re-record it.
Is this a situation where you guys feel pressure to make a full length for the big HC label, or does it come easy? Once you're locked in, you have this deadline.
I felt pretty confident at this point. I think I felt pretty swagged out. Like, you know, we had done 2
Good, well said.
7 inches on our favorite labels, and then Bridge 9, fucking the label from Boston that was doing rad shit, was asking us from California, where, you know, we had our homies, and we had, I don't like the word fans, but we had people that were into our band here, but for the most part in Southern California, we got overlooked for everything. So we were and at least for me, I think Todd feels the same way. We were fuck all y'all. We're doing this. We're fucking, I was ready, dude. I had a fire inside of me. I had something to prove.
We definitely had something to prove.
Yeah.
And we were just, we were feeding off of each other's chemistry.
Absolutely.
I think you proved it.
A lot of anger.
I mean, we know this is
contempt. We had contempt
as you should
for the world around us.
As you should.
So what was popular in Southern California at the time was all the Indecision Records, Orange County bands. And they, you know, they would play the Showcase Theater, or they would play shows and they'd be packed. There was, well, I won't speak for everybody, but I definitely wanted to play with those bands. I wanted to play shows with those bands, those people. Throwdown was a straight edge band, you know, and, you know, for some reason, whatever reason, it doesn't even matter, but we never got that opportunity, and we were pissed off about it.
We would see In My Eyes come. I remember specifically them playing the Showcase, and we weren't asked to play, and I was who knows who it was? It could, but I think it was Adamantium or some. One
it was
of those.
Throwdown.
So some band, yeah. Then I was why are they on it? And why can't we be on the show? Things little things like that piled up.
Chips on your shoulders.
Yeah, and it was just dude, fuck all these people. I mean, those people are very nice, and you know, it's everything's good.
I became friends with all those people. Those guys are super fucking cool.
Yeah,
but,
totally.
But looking back,
I don't think it was any of their fault. I don't even think we were on their radar, honestly. But
no, probably
in our heads, we were
looking back on it, I think about it's a little entitled to feel that way.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
But we were young. But when we were young, it was hey, we just want to do the things we want to play with your band. We want to play to your fans or your people who are coming to your shows. Can we and at the time it feels, I don't know, it feels personal, but it wasn't.
I mean, I don't think it's crazy to feel that way. I mean, it's historically looking back, and you see that In My Eyes played the Showcase while Carry On existed and Carry On didn't play. It's well, that doesn't make sense.
I mean, we were in the crowd.
Yeah,
exactly. There you go.
Corey took pictures on their record cover, the Nothing to Hide record.
Fuck yeah.
He has a picture on there.
Corey is a
what can't he do?
Yeah. I know.
Corey
Fucking
can legit do everything.
Agreed. Life Less Played was recorded with Kurt Ballou.
Yeah,
that's correct. Yeah.
Is this your first time working with or meeting Kurt?
Yes. Yeah, I've never saw Converge prior to that. Even though I tried to get to 1 or 2 of their shows, it just didn't work out. Did you see Converge before you met Kurt?
Not until Back to School Jam when we played with them.
That's right. That was probably my first time seeing them as well.
So why Kurt for this?
Well, because American Nightmare had recorded with Kurt, and it seemed it had a good production style to it, and you know, Chris Wren had a working relationship with Kurt, and it seemed like the thing to do.
Yeah.
Sure. So this is the Boston of it all.
Yeah, I mean, well, also one thing to consider is, you know, we're here at Taylor's studio. Taylor is a great producer. I mean, he produces all sorts of sounds, but if you were in a hardcore band, you could come to a studio like this and record with Taylor, who's knows everything about hardcore and will know how to get you the sound that you're wanting. Back then, it was not like that in California. There were no recording engineers who knew hardcore.
Makes sense.
Like we really had to take a chance on going to somebody because there was nobody versed in hardcore. And I remember being excited about being able to go to someone who understood hardcore, understood the tonality of it, and would understand our references when we're like, hey, we want to sound like this, or we want to sound like that, or a bass sound like this. And he would know how to do it. So that was also one of the things that I was really fired up about going to, you know, record with.
And the result speaks for itself. You know,
I think so. I think it's a great sounding record.
Yeah,
Was this
very good still?
Was this analog?
It was on tape.
It's fucking awesome.
Yeah, it was. We recorded to tape.
Lucas is on drums.
That's
Lucas,
right.
Yeah.
How did that come
Lucas texted me this morning.
Really?
Yeah.
Awesome.
about? Hey, Lucas. Great job.
Yeah.
Shout out Lucas.
Record.
Hell yeah.
So Lucas is on drums. We had met Lucas. Lucas was in a band called Reserve 34.
Yeah. Shit.
And Reserve 34 played with Carry On at the Boys and Girls Club, San Luis Obispo.
Paso Robles.
Paso Robles.
Yeah.
That's right. Yep. Thank you. But we'd met Lucas, and you know, Reserve 34 was cool. They were like kind of like they played fast. We all liked the same. We were the same person. He was just from Vancouver.
Yeah.
We all liked the same stuff. We loved Floor Punch and like all the Teamwork Records bands, the Youngblood Records band. And we met him, I think, the summer prior to him.
Was a Ram out with them? Is that where we met a Ram too?
Oh, a Ram was in a band called Face Tomorrow, and Lucas was the drummer of that. Yes.
Yeah.
So we must have met him when Face Tomorrow came out, because Face Tomorrow stayed at your house on Curson for like a week.
Wasn't there a band called Burden too?
There was a band called Burden. They're from Vancouver.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's all coming back.
And so does he spend a significant amount of time in California writing the record?
Yeah, he came and stayed with me at Curson. Yeah, he just moved in.
Because this is not an easy band to play for. It's very fast. And he's compensating very creatively with the instead of going through it.
Oh, yeah.
Which kind of became like an iconic Carry On thing when you revisit it.
I think he did that for power. So every time Lucas would do a roll, he would end it with boom. So he could hit the cymbal really hard.
Sick.
As opposed to yeah.
Makes sense.
So I think that was like, you know, part of his drum style.
I think it worked with you too,
great.
because like you like to hang on notes too before. Like you have the same kind of impact thing. You probably one of you probably caught it from each other, and it just became more accented as time went on.
Yeah.
Do you have any fond memories of working on something with him or informing a song because
Oh Jesus, so many.
Yeah.
So many. I mean, I would go, like Ryan was saying, the house that he lived in off Curson, I would go over there, and I remember being over there in the daytime, and we were just, I think we were writing a song, and we were just so amped on it, and we're like, we're going to make the fucking best album ever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was great.
Saying that.
Living in that house was so sick.
That was a sick house.
Being like young asshole kids, it was probably more me than anyone, like not letting Thorns come in because he smelled like cigarettes. Just being like, dude, you gotta get out, bro. And he'd be like, fuck you, dude. Thorns is awesome, by the way.
Thorns rocks.
He's great.
Great.
It was
human.
that. I remember fucking Todd Tyler being like super hyper. He was like an older guy that lived in the house, and finding out about like Antidote through him. He had the craziest records, and I was like, holy shit, this is Youth of Today before Youth of Today. Like, how is this possible?
Yeah.
That house was so dope.
Yeah.
No Justice staying there.
Yeah.
That was sick.
Were you there for a significant time whenever they were writing the music?
I mean, yeah, I was living, like, while we wrote, like, I had my own
just be
little
there.
room. Yeah, it was great. It was cool.
Here's a story. We were, the night before, we went to go record the album. Like, the night before we flew, we were going to fly. I drove over to the house with the intention of writing songs. It's like, yo, we needed to have a 12-song album. In our brain, we were like, it needs to be 12 songs. Because I think Break Down the Walls is 12 songs. We're Not in This Alone is 12 songs. So it was like, it has to be 12 songs.
right?
Yeah, dude.
Fair.
So like,
This is the
He still agrees.
Yeah.
so it was like, dude, we only have what's 4 minus 12? 8.
8.
We only had 8 songs.
Wow.
And I remember I went over and we wrote 3 songs in like 2 hours.
Wow. Do you remember what they were?
Yes, I do.
Hell yeah.
They were, Is This All There Is? Dun-dun, 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 dun-dun. And one thing, in a little tidbit about that song, one thing I don't like, or one thing I fail at doing, is writing songs where when you go from the verse, when you go from a fast verse and you go to like a moshy chorus, like it's just not my fucking thing. And that song has it.
Yeah, but it's cool when it like kind of brick walls itself, when it just slams
I agree.
in.
I like that.
I don't mind not having like a transit. I think it's great when it's just like.
Because
just
he
one of
did
those things.
he would always do the into it, and I just think it's very Carry On.
Okay. Yeah. So it was that tune, and it was Rethinking.
Really?
Yeah.
Rethinking.
So that's the only
was
other
a
song with
cool
another person credited on writing it. Is that
That's
correct?
right. Yeah, because so let me get that out of the way first. So that was the intro of an old Carry On song from the Line Is Drawn record.
Okay.
And I thought Jordan had passed, and I thought it would be number one, really appropriate for the song we wrote, but also it'd be cool, like let's like put some
homage.
Jordan in here.
Yeah,
Special.
Yeah. So like I remember specifically Ryan and we were talking about, hey, we need a song that kind of does an instead type of thing. Like kind of like not an angry hardcore song, but like a
uplifting.
Uplifting.
Yeah. We needed
Great word. Yeah.
We also, the record was very dark, and I remember talking about wanting it to end on a better note. Like, and that's why the world is fucked, but I'm still looking up. Like, kind of comes from, it's like the whole record is pretty dark, especially for Carry On.
Yeah.
And then we wanted it to feel like a fucking LP.
Yeah.
Like there
The
had
end
to
is
be
epic.
a journey.
Yeah.
So, we were
The
becoming real
I'm through
musicians.
with the fucking lies was really like we're
Yeah.
through with the fucking lies.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know? Did you ever hear Bo's story about that song?
No, but I'd love to.
He downloaded the record. This is like one of his favorite records of all time. And he downloaded it on LimeWire, but Rethinking wasn't there.
Oh shit.
So he discovered Rethinking like years later. And it was like he had a new Carry On song. So it became his favorite Carry On
That's
song.
really cool.
Pretty
I
cool.
love that.
And then the song Broken Strings.
It's probably one of my favorite. Carry On
Rethinking?
songs.
Dude, you closed with it at Tied Down. It was incredible.
Yeah, it's-
Broken Strings was third?
Yeah.
That one night before flying.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. But it was just, I would just go over, I'd be like, all right, Ryan, I'm going to fucking sit here and play guitar.
Yeah.
And Ryan would be like, that's good.
That's good.
That's good.
Let's do this here.
Yeah.
What about, yeah.
So you're structuring music together.
Yeah, we
awesome.
We have some chemistry.
Yeah. 100%. But, and then here's a tidbit also about that record. The View.
Yes.
The first song on the record. We wrote that the day of the last day of drum tracking for the record, because we were like, we have 11 songs.
Yep.
We need a fucking another song. And Ryan was like, I think do you recall this?
Yeah, I was like, I remember like almost having the whole song written out in my head.
Yeah.
Like knowing what I wanted it to do, how I wanted it to be, only, that small amount of time. I was listening to like a lot of, like, I liked a lot of the stuff on like 31G and stuff. And I wanted to bring that kind of like spasticness into the world of like the hardcore we do.
But this opening track is so interesting because it being 20 seconds long and not fast is like, it can feel like an intro or like something you're just throwing on there, but you are not wasting a second of it.
No.
And you utilize all that time and space so perfectly. And it creates this blistering opening that like sets the pace for the whole record. And then it never stops. So dude, I don't think of this as like some 20-second, last second flash in the pan thing, because it feels like such an important part of the record.
We were in the apartment at Mission Hill, and Ryan was like, I want the song to do this. And he's like, bop, 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 bop. And I'm like, okay, well, how's this? And then I play just figure, I'm trying to translate what he's speaking to me in my head. I'm like, I think this is the riff you're talking about. He's like, okay, yeah, that's great. And then we're going to do this. And then that, and it's done. And at the time,
And it's done.
yeah,
Yeah. That's exactly how I wanted it. Yeah.
and we did it, and we went to the studio. Lucas learned it. He fucking played it, and at the time, there was no intention of having that be the album opener. But we had a rental car or something, and like late at night, we were driving maybe to go get food or something somewhere around Boston. And I think either Ryan or myself, I said, this could be like an opener. Mm-hmm. I think I said that, and Ryan's like, I was thinking the same thing.
There's some songs where you hear them and then you think about the track listing and you think, and it's obvious, like it's here or nowhere.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah, that couldn't have fit anywhere else.
It's so perfect to start it and then straight into. Did you know that Waiting on Forever and Roll with the Punches are swapped on streaming?
Yeah, I fucking hate it. I wish that would get corrected. I've sent an email. I've asked for it. It's just whatever.
Yeah,
Chris Wren, can you please correct that?
Chris, please. People think that these songs are different songs.
So the reason why that happened was when the record first got mastered, somebody, whoever the mastering engineer was, mastered it like that. And we were like, hey, Chris, like, this sounds good, but these songs are out of order. So he corrected it, and he got a new master made. But I think he held on to that CD, that master CD, and then when the record got repressed, the record was pressed that way, like on the second or third pressing too. And I think he must have like submitted the wrong master or something for like a repress, and for digital.
Easy fix.
Easy fix.
So the drum intro starting on the backbeat for the LP recording of Roll with the Punches, like and then it corrects into like a normal fast part, broke my brain as a young drummer.
What song?
It goes on Roll with the Punches. Because it goes,
yeah.
But that's like, it's starting there's like a swap.
Really?
Yeah, there's like a swap.
Oh, I gotta listen to
It's
this
really
now.
cool.
I don't think so. Well, you're a drummer.
It sounds like, and I can't, it goes, because he doesn't go, it goes,
Is he hits kick first? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it's like kick starts it, which is like a
That's so crazy because when I program drum machines for Youth Code, I always start my gallops with a kick first like that. And I remember Alex Lopez from Suicide File, he was going to play live drums for Youth Code for a little while.
Suicide Silence.
Sorry, not Suicide File. And he was like, I'm trying to learn these songs and you're like, the beat is wrong. It's like backwards. And I'm like, no, it's fucking not. And I wonder if that's where I picked it up from.
No, it's
Great
just
story.
from
I'm like,
this.
it's not wrong.
But it's cool.
How can anything be wrong?
Even if it's a happy accident,
Yeah.
it's like such a sick happy accident that it makes it like you have to really think about it when you're learning.
When we're done here, we gotta listen. You gotta show me
I
because
gotta hear this
that's a thing that I've never noticed.
Maybe I'm crazy, but I don't think I am because I did learn them all and that part. Exactly. I'm not crazy. Wes's part in the title track. Mm-hmm. How does that? What's the story there? And
just wanted to have guest vocals. Sure. And I was like, write whatever you want.
Okay.
And then I was like, what is all this like flashlight shit? Cool. I love it. Let's go.
Yeah, I mean, he was living at the apartment we were staying at.
Yeah.
So it's just a natural thing.
Yeah. I was like more stoked than anything to have Sweet Pete say, so what's your fish? Show me what's up inside.
Yeah, that was dope.
I was like, he has to do it. I hope he does it. I hope he does it.
He sure did. And then Pat did it at Tied Down. That was nice.
Yeah, that was sick.
That was lovely.
And then he broke his
And then he got
ass.
fucking moated, dude.
Yeah.
Moated, corroded.
He really did. Was he there to fill in some straight edge gaps? Was that the goal?
Yeah, like we had loosely like talked about it. I was just like, oh, you gotta like. I was like, I want him to do like the overly straight edge lyrics. You know, I was like, it'd be very appropriate if you
so
did it.
many of the lyrics.
Yeah, and then I was like, you should do Roll with the Punches, and then I was like, you should do X's Always Win. And I was like, just fucking do whatever you want. He's like, well, what do you want me to do? And I was like, I don't care. Do anything. I think he wanted me to give him actual lines. And,
Sure.
And I was like, I just wanted it to be chaotic. And then he
broke his ass.
Yeah.
And it was over. As lifelong just fans of the genre first, we know that a great straight up hardcore LP is an incredibly challenging feat to keep engaging start to finish.
Yeah.
And this being 12 songs in 18 minutes makes it so easy to go back to and start over and over and over again for 25 years. I wonder how you guys felt listening back to it and finishing it.
I loved it.
I was so happy. Fucking chuffed. Like, yeah, it was great.
Be proper chuffed.
Proper
Yeah,
stuff.
proper.
So you finished this, you feel like you've made the record.
Felt like a big accomplishment.
And then.
And then, yeah. Well, before then, artwork and layout by Jake Bannon. Let's talk about this artwork. What does this decrepit old man represent in Jake's mind, do you think?
Well, we had a meeting with Jake. I think Jake was, at that time, when we were recording the album, Jake wanted to get together with us and ask us what, give him some direction. Mm-hmm. Like, what do you want me to do for you guys? So I think he was staying in Rhode Island. So I think we went down to Rhode Island and we had like lunch with him. I think it was during the daytime. And I remember telling him like, yo, we're really frustrated as a band. Mm-hmm. Like we want this record to look like frustrated. Mm. And so it's like you have the guy, holding his head or with his head in his hand, which is a reflection of that, at the time, I don't think people really understood the artwork of the record.
Did you like it and understand it?
I liked it. I wish that we were able to like look at, like the first time I saw it was when I held the CD in my hand.
Really?
Yeah. Bridge 9 did not keep us in the loop on
Holy
that.
shit, that's crazy.
Like at all. Like I don't know why. But whatever, it doesn't matter. It's, they're a very young label. I think they're just trying to get done what they could. I don't know. I
it's grown on me a lot.
I love it now.
Nothing else looks like it,
I have to like be honest here, and I love Jake's art a lot. When we first got it kind of like threw me off a lot. I was like, I don't get this. I don't get it at all. But I was like, it works for the record. But
I think whether you liked it or not,
as time has gone on, I actually do like it. Like I think it's really cool.
It's just yours now. Whatever. I don't even process that it was a guy until a couple of years ago because I just look at it and see the Carry On art,
Right.
But I think whether you liked it or not, it's kind of like insane to not have been part of the process of approving it or not.
Yeah.
But it's like you said, it was a young label.
Yeah, I mean, I don't fault anyone for anything that happened.
We also like weren't giving him any ideas either, Like, what can you expect,
I have a quote here from your 2018 No Echo interview where you said, that whole record was me questioning what the whole straight edge thing was about.
Yes.
Did you already have thoughts or desire to break edge before the record was done?
I don't think so much. I just I had met a lot of my heroes, and let's say more than questioning straight edge, just more questioning the reality of being involved in a hardcore scene, as opposed to me sitting on the floor in my parents' house looking at inserts to records and imagining this world inside my head of what this stuff was, and it being my own creation, right?
Yeah.
Like a fantasy world, and then moving to a city and the reality of it where people are gossipy, like, like there's fucking cliques, there's this and that. Like, then it just sort of like, I was like, oh, it kind of took the magic away from,
Sure.
And I'm still like that to this day. Like, I love hardcore. I go to shows, not like I used to, but I like it in my own world more than I do as like a thing, if that makes sense.
Sure.
But I'm like that as a person anyways. I like to be by myself. I like to think about things, and, I like to imagine more than actually being involved in stuff.
Are there specific lyrics or songs that come to mind that illustrate this complicated deliberation?
Probably Rethinking. I mean, it's called Rethinking. Yeah. I just all of it pretty much,
And then X's Always Win stands out to me with I believed in zines and sounds from the stereo. They spit lies for years, and that's all I know.
Yeah, that's another one right there.
Yeah,
which has always been. It was kind of it's always weird to talk about your own lyrics, but
sure.
That's why I was like, I'm saying all this stuff, and then I say, but the hardest kids still put an X by their name.
Right.
Like, I love you guys. Like, I might be gone, but y'all are the shit.
Okay.
Tell them the story about where you got the title from X's Always Win.
Oh yeah. So I was at I think it couldn't have been 7 seconds, because that's where I broke my X watch. I was at a punk show, a numbskull show, and there was a guy with an Instead shirt on, and he was like, moshing and stuff. And there was like some tough guy in the pit, probably like fucking Nazi or something, because it was that time period. And the dude in the Instead shirt just fucking socked the dude up. And he looked at me and he goes, X's always win.
It's fucking awesome.
He's badass.
Where is he today?
I don't know.
Instead guy, if you're watching,
We love you.
you're awesome.
Yeah.
When do you break edge?
Let's see. I'm not living at the Curson house anymore. Definitely going to lots of mod clubs and
Yeah, you're
golf
full modded
clubs.
out.
Oh yeah, straight up. And I don't know. I'm just like kind of like having a rough time in my life and just not really sure. I'm a young person. I'm lost. I'm confused. I don't know what's going on. And I remember just like sitting outside of the house. I was staying on a couch. It was at Todd Tyler's house, actually.
Yeah,
Right over by fucking Cha-Cha.
Fletcher and Glendale.
Exactly. And I just remember seeing like a dude coming home from a construction job. He still had his hard hat on. And I've worked construction before. That shit sucks. When you're done, you're not happy. And he was happy walking down the street drinking like a fucking tall boy. And I was like looking at him and I was like, why is that guy fucking happy? And I'm depressed. Like, and I have like so much cool shit going on. I was like, well, there's something that I've never done. I'm going to try that. And
Wow.
that was it. Yeah.
So is alcohol? That
Yeah.
was number one?
Yeah.
And what did you think about it?
It was wild.
Yeah.
I loved it. Are you kidding? Yeah, it was sick. It is what it is. I was like, this is fucking rad.
So are you off to the races?
I just remember like calling people and I was like, we're going out tonight. I'm ready. Like, I'm going to drink at the fucking bar. Like, it's going to be cool.
And are people clocking you at the bar and being like, hang on?
No.
Okay.
No one gave a shit. They mostly, like the people, like I was, I had a foot in two different worlds. And the people I hung out with at clubs, like they were just like, cool, it's about time kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's immediately just,
Yeah.
you're in it.
Yeah.
And Todd, how do you find out about this?
Well, I called Ryan and said, hey, we got this tour offer. You want to go on tour? He's like, I got something to tell you. I'm not straight edge anymore. Wow. That's how that happened.
Walk me through your mind in this moment.
I mean, dude, I was 19. I mean, I was like fucking angry. I didn't know how to process it.
Yeah.
Your world is crumbling upon you in a way. Creatively.
Well, one thing we haven't touched on is like doing Carry On was very frustrating because it was fucking awesome, okay? But from the perspective of having members, it was very frustrating because we were constantly spending time teaching drummers how to play songs, teaching bass players how to play the songs. Like Corey and I and Ryan were like the guy, like the solid three in the band. But like it seemed like there was always like a bass. We always needed to find a new bass player or a drummer. And so it's like, hey, we recorded this album. It's coming out. We got this tour. It's like, oh, you're not straight edge anymore. Like, I guess this is it.
And you had kind of just found Nick too, who is the perfect guy.
Yeah,
that's right.
Who
That's
would
right.
have solved that problem.
Yeah,
you know?
he could have been the one.
He would have been the one.
Yeah, he would have.
He was
Absolutely.
the one. You know?
Yeah, he was the
But
one. Yeah.
if I never broke edge, there would never be terror.
Which leads me to something I wanted to tell you.
Yeah.
I think
You want to say thank you, huh?
I do. I want to say, dude, this is real. This is on the record. I think Ryan George,
Yeah.
your edge break
Yeah.
is the most significant in the history of straight edge.
That's kind of cool. Fuck it. If you're going to do something, do it big.
You breaking edge resulted in the greatest hardcore band
yeah.
of this century starting.
I agree.
Everything happens for a reason.
No, that's a good point. I
It's
mean,
true.
And one of the things I'm very proud of is how many bands spawned out of Carry On.
In a
Breaking.
week.
Yeah.
You know?
Dude, Piece by Piece, Internal Affairs, Stand and Fight, Ryan doing The Adored, and me and Nick doing fucking Terror. Like, dude, we like every member of fucking Carry On really spun its wheels after Carry On was
Yeah,
over.
dude.
100%.
It was like fucking Sonic the Hedgehog getting hit and all the fucking coins. flying. It's like bands.
Those coins became banks.
That's right.
So how long do you think it takes you to reconcile with the edge break of it all?
Oh, I mean, me and Ryan, we probably didn't talk for a little while, but like we saw each other like
you
when
came
Carry
out,
On was
you came
done.
out to some Adored shows and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was hard for us not be cool with each other.
It was a different time where that mattered.
I will say, before we jump too far forward, I don't even know, because when we broke up, me and you, like, it was not good when we first broke up.
Yeah.
But I really thought we could continue doing Carry On. I thought it could be part of a story, and I thought it would be real. But I mean, obviously that didn't happen. But I didn't break Edge because I wanted to break up the band. I broke Edge just because I was a lost young person.
You were going through a hard time then. I think you were going through a pretty bad breakup.
I was going through a bad breakup. I didn't have my own place. I was couch surfing. My family wasn't in the immediate area. I was just, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing.
I mean, it was as much of a personal choice to break Edge as it was to be straight edge.
Yeah.
And it's silly to look at that and think like, fuck this guy for this, when it's like, it just wasn't right for you.
But I mean, back then,
Different
it's
time.
not like today. Like, I don't think people give a shit. People do. Let me rephrase that. People do care, but it's back then. If you broke Edge, like, you had websites like how'syouredge.com, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it was like a big deal. So,
especially the singer of Carry On.
yeah, it was pretty rough.
That's a big deal.
Yeah.
Who in your memory took it the hardest, do you think?
My bandmates. Yeah. Corey and Todd, I'm sure. Like, I'm sure Chris Wren took it pretty bad too. He had a fucking record that wasn't getting toured on, looking back, it was like a fucking dumbass thing, a pretty reckless thing to do. But, it is what it is.
You did what you had to do.
Yeah. I did. I won't name names, but I did get a phone call from a pretty well-known edgeman.
I think it's actually documented who it is. Yeah.
Oh, well, I just don't want to say it on camera.
Okay, that's fine.
Someone can look it up.
He asked you to come back, right?
Yeah, and he said, "I've done it before. This person has done it. Like, this person's broke Edge," and I was like, "Yeah, I don't know. Straight Edge, it kind of meant a lot to me, and that was, in my head, if you break Edge, you ain't coming back, son."
Sure. And the call to end the band, is that a whole band mutual decision?
Nah, dude, that was also messy. So the last show that Carry On played as like a functioning band was December 9th, 2001 at the Troubadour in LA.
Yeah.
It was with Converge, American Nightmare, Hope Conspiracy, and Planes Mistaken for Star Wars.
Right.
And Ryan informed me you were moving to San Francisco, I think, at that show.
At the
show. And I was frustrated, and I was like, well, this band's over. Fuck it.
And you had already known that he'd broken Edge at this show?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I believe Nick told me that Corey didn't know.
No, Corey didn't know.
He didn't know?
Dude, Corey didn't know, no, because...
Oh, wow.
So Ryan told me he wasn't straight edge in the summer of 2001, and that's when I called him to say, hey, our record's coming out in October. Let's go do these dates with... I think it was Hope Conspiracy, Death Threat, and Over My Dead Body on the East Coast, like 9 or 10 shows. Ryan was like, hey, I'm not straight edge. And I'm like, okay, well.
Damn, I thought I was straight edge at those shows.
I mean, at the shows, you might not have.
So ridiculous, but.
No, you were already not.
When I think back to that time, I thought I was
straight edge.
Yeah.
But like, so I was like, I don't like, listen, I was 19 years old.
Yeah, of course.
I didn't know, like, I was just trying to salvage the situation. So I called Chris Wren. I told him the conversation that Ryan and I had. And then I think it was planned. That's like, hey, just don't fucking tell anybody about this. And let's just do this tour. And so I called Ryan back. I'm like, this is what we're going to do. We're not going to talk about this to anybody.
But you're hitting the clubs at
Very
night.
chain of strength.
Yeah. It really is.
But like,
Great band.
It's like, and that sounds like I'm a terrible person for not informing Corey, which I regret.
You're 19, dude.
Yeah.
But I was 19. I was, not the best decision maker and doing, whatever.
Todd, it took you 1 week to start working on Terror with Nick.
Yeah.
Was any of the music that you already had in mind?
No, because let's back up a minute.
Please.
We were gonna, after our album, we were gonna do a split 7-inch with Striking Distance.
Yep.
And we got together a couple times to make some songs. And I've said this before on HardLore, but like they were different songs. Like one of them had like a Black Sabbath type of breakdown. Maybe one of them had like a Refused part or something like that. Like we had just made an album of, you know, straight edge hardcore. Like we were our creative minds were just like in a different place. Like I'm not gonna, like I said, I don't know if it was good or bad. Right? We never got to the songs to a completed point with vocals. Okay. Like if they had vocals, they probably would have been fucking awesome. Yeah. But like,
yeah, they probably would have been.
Probably would have been great. But like,
didn't we throw the CD out? Or was that, no, that was a different, we recorded something.
Oh my gosh. So here's a story.
Forgot about it. Yeah.
After I joined the band and we recorded the Roll with the Punches record, we had this idea to release, what happened is what happened. We combined the 7 inches onto one CD, which Youngblood and Teamwork put out. But before it came out, I had this stupid fucking idea to go re-record The Line Is Drawn.
Holy shit.
And I don't know, I can't remember if it's because I thought the recording wasn't great or if it's because I wanted to play on it. Because The Line Is Drawn, I didn't play on that record.
Right.
So we went and we recorded for like 2 days at Double Time Studios.
The vocals were really weak on that record because I had been screaming in like Persevere and I wanted to do more Youth Crew stuff, but I think I pulled back too much on The Line Is Drawn and was like too soft spoken when I should have been hitting it harder.
Big time.
I still think that.
You figured it out.
Eventually. Yeah. But that's probably some of it, I'm sure. It could have been more aggressive for sure.
But so we demoed, actually, there's a lot of songs from the album that we demoed at that session. Waiting on Forever, Killing a Sound.
Fuck,
so that's how I know
crazy.
that those songs were written. And yes, we destroyed the CD. However, I kept the DAT tape. And like 5 or 10 years ago, I went and had the DAT tape transferred. So I have all that shit.
No way.
Yeah, I could send it to you.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
How does it feel to you now?
Oh, I can't listen to it. It's you know what we did? We tried to do too much in too short of a time. So that's why it didn't come out very well.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember you threw the CD out while we were driving down the street.
Really?
We were on the freeway, yeah.
Jesus.
You eject and you're like, fuck this.
Yeah, I was so mad.
And I was all right, there goes that session.
Yeah.
So a week later, Terror starts.
Yeah.
And are you starting from scratch creatively?
Well, yeah, because, you know, you're starting a new band and, you know, you're starting it with, you know, Scott.
Yeah.
Like Scott loves Youth Crew.
Yeah.
He loves all those fucking, he loves that shit. But you know, it was decided that we were going to do like, you know, a little heavier, maybe a little more like New York hardcore influenced sounding music. Mm-hmm. Carry On didn't have like a wealth of material after, you know, when we stopped playing. We didn't have really anything other than those 2 songs we were trying to write.
I will say, because we obviously weren't really talking during that period, hearing that you were doing a band with Scott Vogel was so sick.
Yeah.
Dude, you know how much we fucking thought he was the greatest frontman.
Yeah, remember seeing Buried Alive at the Laser Star?
At Laser Star? I was like, dude, that's the guy. He's the best frontman I've ever seen in my fucking life.
Did he come on stage with the side-by-side hoodie with the hood up or something?
Yeah, dude. And he fucking, and there was a fucking drum thrown on it, and he's like, who the fuck's drum throwing is this? Fucking, we're buried alive. Threw it in the crowd, and I was all, oh my God.
At the time.
This fucking
He's the greatest of all time.
Dude.
At the time, you were like you were totally, you know, like us all, totally anti-metal in hardcore.
Yeah.
But after the Buried Alive set, you went and bought their album.
Oh, fucking, I still love that record.
That record,
so
all Buried Alive is sick.
But I mean, before that, I had liked Despair too. So like, I knew who it was, but it was just like, even if I liked that, I wasn't going to tell anyone that I liked that shit.
Yeah, of course.
Scott's just an undeniable like he could be in an awful band, but if he's fronting it, it's going to be fucking like,
I think he's the genuine greatest of all time.
Yeah, he's hardcore in a person.
Well said. Personified for sure.
Yep.
Can you tell me about hearing the Terror demo?
I wouldn't listen to it for a long time. Yeah, I love Terror now, but like it took me a long time. And Todd, like even just up to a couple of years ago, Todd would be like, "You got to go back and listen to this Terror roast," and I'm like, "I don't want to."
This could have been you, but you was playing.
You know what I mean? Like, we could have never been Terror.
Yeah,
right? Because it's us doing music.
Totally.
And that's him. And Scott doing music, but I just it was hard to listen to because you don't want to have regrets, like
Totally.
you know. But there's not really a second chance,
Yeah.
right? I mean, second chances happen in the future if you make them happen,
Amen.
but that's already happened. So whatever.
So the 2005 last shows at the showcase, 2 nights. How does this happen, and how do you guys reflect on them now?
They were awesome. I don't remember how they happened.
I remember. I think I was, you know,
Maybe because we didn't really have a last show.
we never had a last show.
It was an anniversary, correct?
What was the anniversary? The 2005 thing?
Yeah.
I don't think it was an anniversary. So I think what happened was you and I were like I would come see you play with the Adored, and so we were like cool again. And I was living with Corey in Ventura in a house, and I would listen to the Carry On album all the fucking time. And I think I was listening to
Yeah.
Wow.
I was listening to it with him. He's like, man, I wish we could. He might have said something to the effect, I wish we could play these songs again, or you know, something to that effect. And I was like, well, dude, we could. And it was like, oh, like, well, let me call Ryan. Like, let's see. Like, let's go actually play like our last shows. Like, let's go play it. And you know, a lot of people thought it was a reunion, and that's fine. They can think that. It doesn't bother me. But for us, it was like, hey, we're gonna do 2 proper last shows. Like, I know we broke up, and it's 4 years later.
We didn't really say goodbye ever.
Yeah.
We just sort of had like a fight on stage and played a few songs and then never played again.
Yeah, there was no closure.
Yeah.
It sucked.
Yeah.
And that always, I always felt that. I was like, man, there's no closure to this. And I love this record. And I love these people.
Yeah.
But so that's how that came. So we called Ryan and Corey and myself. We got together, and I think we had dinner at the Thai place.
Yeah.
On Hollywood.
Yep.
Which
Hollywood
one?
Thai.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And we just talked about like, you know, what we wanted to do, and we made the plans and we did it.
Yeah.
How quickly did that come together?
I don't remember when we first had the conversation, but the shows were on July 4th and 5th of 2005.
I just remember being so stoked that we were able to do 2 nights at the showcase, because I think we'd only played Showcase Theater maybe once or twice before.
Yeah, we one of the best shows Carry On ever fucking played.
Distillers.
It was with the Distillers.
It's fucking sick.
It was amazing.
Feet first stage
Crazy
dive on the
lineup.
guy with the mohawk. He was talking shit the whole time, just around. Boom! Fuck you.
That was so fucking
Fucking
good.
rotter.
Nerve Agents were supposed to play, but they canceled.
Right. Yep.
And so the Distillers, and that was like when they were like blowing up.
Yeah.
But still like appropriate enough to play a venue like the Showcase. And for some, you know, Nerve Agents put us on the show. And we had a lot of friends there. Like Jeff and Marco were there. Aram was there.
Yeah.
Did Champion play that show?
Think so. I think we were the only hardcore band on it. Maybe I'm wrong though.
I want to say they might have played it, but anyway, he was there. A lot of people were there, and we just fucking killed. And like, it was cool because, you know, it's generally, like Ryan said, it was generally more of like a punk audience. Like we had a lot of friends there, but it was, for the majority, it was like a very, very, very punk rock audience. And we got up and we played it, and they were like looking at us like, do I like? I don't know if I like this. Then like by the time we were halfway through our set, they were down.
You had them.
They were fucking down.
Yeah.
And Ryan was like on stage. I remember you said something to the effect of like, you know, we all might look a little different. We all have fucked up hair, like. But you said something that was like really unified the room and made them feel good. And it was a badass show.
Yeah.
So we did play there. But to your point, we didn't play a lot. We didn't play a lot of sick shows at the Showcase.
No,
we played a
not
lot
at
of
all.
empty shows at the Showcase.
We went and saw a lot of bands play sick shows.
Yeah, it was like a personal goal. Like
Yeah.
I wanted, like, one of my goals in life is to have a sick show at the Showcase Theater.
Well, your actual like run, you and Carry On from Roll with the Punches to the end of the band, is not a long time.
No, it's not.
It's a year.
It seemed
basically.
like it,
Year and
though.
It
change.
seemed like for fucking ever.
Yeah.
I mean, it seemed like forever,
And
man.
how much did you do in that time? And like, were the shows kind of, you've been in the band the whole time, were the shows finally what you'd always wanted them to be?
No.
Wow.
I mean, we started to have good shows at the Ojai Women's Center for sure.
Yeah.
Let me back up. they were awesome and they were getting good for sure. But like seeing shows at the Showcase and seeing like people just stage diving off balconies, off everything, going crazy. Like I always felt like we should have had shows like that or could have had shows like that. So I loved our shows at the Ojai's Women's Center like so much. Like that was like
they were great.
That was like our CBs or something.
Okay.
I mean,
yeah,
that's what it was.
So the album came out in October.
Yeah.
And we were done by December.
Crazy.
We were only
fucking crazy.
Yeah, less than 2 months. December 9th was the last show we played, and that record got released in October. So like people were down with us, but when that album came out, people were really fucking into it. Yeah. And that's when like shows did get crazier. Like one of the things we did, Ryan, is in November we drove up to Seattle and we played Seattle, and then we played Gilman Street on the way back down with Limp Wrist.
Yep.
And the shows were fucking awesome.
So you got this glimpse of what...
good.
Yeah.
I think we had given advances of the LP out to people too.
So right, but when it came out, that's when the general public got it, and like there was wow, these people finally. It was like fucking finally. People are finally starting to fucking get it.
And you got this glimpse of what could be, and then...
Well, I mean, this is the thing. Like we knew, like I don't...
The record's good. I would hear that and be like, damn, this is going to work.
Before the album came out, though, me and Ryan, we knew our band was fucking great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I knew the band was great before I was in it. So I'm like, why don't all these other people think it's great? And I don't know if I genuinely think we were great, but like, that's also like a very young person thing to think. Like, everybody in their band is going to think their band is fucking great.
Yeah.
And they should.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you said, it's a little entitled.
For sure. But...
But we were fucking great.
We were right, dude.
Yeah, we were right.
That's the thing.
We were right.
Are you, after these 2005 shows, content with leaving Carry On behind at this time?
I mean, it didn't really have a choice. Yeah, we were like, these are our final shows. I mean, did I want to do hardcore bands? Absolutely. Like every single day of my life since Carry On broke up, I wanted to do a hardcore band.
Why haven't you?
I have. They just never did anything. Yeah.
I mean, and Youth Code was a hardcore band initially when you started, in a way, right?
The idea of it was to throw two things. Youth Code started kind of as a joke.
Okay.
Like it was, Sarah was working at vacation and they were having like all the employees' bands were playing a show, and she's like, fuck you guys, I have a band too. And she came home and she's like, write songs now. And I was like, it'd be funny if we mixed like industrial music with hardcore and just did it with drum machines, and then that thing just snowballed and turned into a monster.
And it's been the last 15 years of your life. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So who knows where it's going now musically, but like it was in the DNA for sure. And plus I'm writing the music and I listen to hardcore.
There's a little bit of Youth of Today there the whole time, even in the name, right?
Yep. Exactly. It's exactly where it comes
from.
I
want to ask Ryan something.
Please.
So I don't know if this is real or not, and if we don't want to have this in the video, we won't. But Ram asked me something in the past 6 months, and he told me there was an incident where some 31G type of person, I'm not saying they were actually connected in it, but just some like fucking dork, like put an ad about you in Maximum Rock and Roll talking shit on you, and you beat their ass?
No, I didn't beat their ass. So when I was living in Long Beach with Jen Root, or staying with her, I don't know if I was actually living at her house. Maybe I was. They would have shows at their house all the time, and Blood Brothers played there. And they were there with the guy that ran a label called Hopscotch Records. They ran an ad saying, oh, the guy from Carry On is like doing like coke or drinking, or I don't know what it was. Yeah. And they put it out in the zine. I don't think I ever fought those guys. Maybe.
A Ram said he heard a story about like you saw him in a bar and you like socked him up or something.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't remember. I've socked up many people in bars. And I mean, I definitely, when I was living in San Francisco, I can think of like a good handful of times I socked people in bars, but I don't know if it was about that.
No, it was funny because I never heard that. I was like, what are you talking about? I've never heard this before.
Yeah. I do remember getting into it with a guy that thought I was you at a house party. And he's all, "You're Todd Jones, fuck you." And I was like, what?
The fuck?
Yeah, it was wild, dude. But we scuffled too. Yeah. And I was like, "That's my friend."
You did that for
you.
Todd. That's beautiful.
I was like, "Fuck you." Yeah, I am.
No, I'm not, but fuck you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Wow.
So on that note, I mean,
Someone was waiting for me.
Yeah, dude.
fuck
He's
them.
a
Scary.
fucking dork, dude.
Yeah, fuck him.
Fuck him.
The bootleg Carry On Coke Lines shirt.
I have one.
You have one.
Yep.
Let's talk about it. How do you discover this?
I didn't really know much about it. Todd would know more than me. I didn't find out about it until way later because I met Sarah was touring, or she had worked with one of the guys that made it on. They were working together on a tour, and it came up, and she asked me about it, and I was like, "Oh, I've kind of heard about that. Tell him to give me his," and he gave it to me.
I'll be honest with you.
That's why I have one.
I would wear this. Take it back. It's never too late.
You know what? I'm all for funny stuff. I wouldn't do it out of respect for Corey.
Respect.
Because Corey's an edgeman and he deserves that respect.
That's right. Well said.
Yeah.
The white shirt with the Roll with the Punches 7-inch art was available at the Universal Studios Hot Topic in the 2000s.
What?
Which I know because I got it there.
Dude, we
Is this
deserve
breaking
a
news?
check. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Where's that
it was
check,
a white
bro?
shirt?
It was a white shirt with the Roll with the Punches art in I think it was just black.
No fucking way.
I had no idea.
Universal Hot Topic.
Damn.
2005.
You still
Maybe
have
four.
it?
I don't still have it. It was a medium. You didn't know about that?
No.
Man.
Fucking dude from 97A did a fucking back alley deal on us.
I don't think it would have been him. I think what it would have. I think it would have been merch now that could have brokered that deal.
Fuck, dude.
I think that's how that would have happened.
You have a Merch Now store.
We
It could have
did.
been just that 1 month the check was a little bigger.
We did. I can't remember. I mean, that was like over 20 years ago.
I got it.
Hell yeah.
So I'm
You
glad
still
was
have
in-
it?
No, it was a medium. So from 2005 to 2025, how often do you guys talk about Carry On, reminisce, and are you getting offers once in a while that you choose to ignore?
We talk about Carry On all the time, dude.
dude, yeah.
All the time. We always talk about Carry On.
Yeah.
I don't like. I think almost.
So that was a consistent thing
almost
that you guys.
every time we talk about Carry On, dude.
Yeah.
Band was sick.
We never got any actual offers. Like any like, hey, I'll pay you this much if you come play my thing. Like that never actually happened, as far as I know. I didn't hear anything from anybody like that.
Which is fascinating because I would imagine it would be annual.
I think most people that would actually be interested in booking Carry On knew that we said we would never get back together. So I think that kind of,
I really thought that Carry On would never ever play again
Same.
after those 2005 shows.
Same.
Well, last year at Sound and Fury, you both joined myself and the rest of God's Hate to play Off My Chest in C sharp for the first time
In C sharp.
Yeah, first time in 20 years. How fucking cool was that? Thanks, guys.
It was sick.
It was amazing. It was amazing seeing everybody smile.
Dude,
Yeah.
Seeing these
smiling
people.
behind the kid the whole time.
Yeah.
Our idea was, because we had this mini terror set happening in the middle of our set, was that like, okay, if we have to retake the stage after terror, we have to raise the intensity. And to that, we would just pay tribute to another band that we grew up with, that we would have done either way, but you guys being into it was like just this next level beautiful thing. And I didn't know for a fact that it was happening until I'm mid-set and look over and see you in Turning Point shirt. And then I'm like, okay, we're good to go. It's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, we showed up a little like shortly before your set.
Which is cool.
Yeah.
Keep the mystery.
Yeah, I remember Todd hit me up and he's like, "Hey, they asked me to do Off My Chest," and I said that I wanted you to do it with me. And do you want to do it? I was like, "Fuck yeah, let's do it." And then we never really talked about it again until like a couple of days before, and we're like, "Are we doing this?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "Yeah, let's do it."
And then I showed up at your apartment before we headed over there.
Yeah.
And I remember us saying like, I wish we were doing more songs.
Yeah, dude. I know. But
It's too late.
We had been like working on like demos and shit for another band.
Right.
So
Yeah.
we're kind of like already in the mode where we're going to be doing Carry On songs.
Yeah.
Either with this new band or, I mean, I didn't think Carry On would be playing again, but
No.
I was already in the mode that we were going to be playing those songs again.
So does this one song thing hold any weight towards Carry On playing this year?
Yes.
Holds all the weight.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Corey saw it and was like so happy. He was just like, dude, I love seeing you guys. Like me and Corey hadn't really talked at all for like years and years and years. And that kind of got us on the phone talking again.
Amazing.
Kind of a little bit between Todd as a middleman, a tiny bit. And then I was just like, fuck it, we're going to FaceTime. Like on a call with Corey. And as soon as I saw his face, I was just like, I love you.
Best guy.
I
of
love
all
you,
time.
man. Yeah, but like you got to understand, like we hadn't gotten along in like years.
Sure.
And we never really patched things up. There was just like a lot of horrible shit that happened with Carry On too. Like we had there was like deaths, you know, the whole breaking up before the album came out. There was just like so much like unresolved shit, you know. And like Todd has mentioned a few times, we were young, you know, like we don't know how to deal with any of this shit, you know. We didn't have like therapy. We didn't have like fucking parents to like sit down with us and explain like how, you know, how to patch things up and shit. So things just kind of like stayed to the side and didn't get dealt with. So after playing Off My Chest and getting to like repair the friendship was just magical. That's what makes me so happy about doing Carry On again, more than anything. Is like all of us dudes that grew up together, you know, in our formative years, being friends again, just sharing like love, you know, like brotherly love. It's fucking cool.
The thing about doing bands, it's like you do bands with people and you have all these really intense moments together. You know, you go on your first tour together, you play a headlining show for the first time together, you write a fucking record together, or, you know, you're in close proximity, you have all these intimate moments. And, you know, I've been through it with people in bands, you know, where it's like, okay, we're friends. Okay, we're not friends. Okay, we're friends again. And it's like no matter how, if I could give an advice to a younger person, no matter how upset you get with somebody, you're always going to have those feelings, those good feelings towards someone, like, because you had all these intimate moments with them, and that's never going to go away. So if I could give myself, I'll just say this, if I could give my younger self advice, I would say like, even if you're mad at someone, like, don't hold on to that, because it will go away eventually. Yeah. And hopefully you will become friends with somebody, or, you know, hopefully all those bad feelings go away, you know.
And here we are.
Because no matter what, like, I'll never stop like loving anybody who was in Carry On. Even like, you know, if there was a period of time.
We've been through some shit, but we're still here.
Yeah, dude. Like, I'll never stop loving like the guys in Terror or Carry On, or really anybody I played in a band with. Because it's just have too many good things like that you experience together.
I mean, you don't always know that you're in a memory as it's actively happening.
No, you never know. You never know how good things are either until they're gone.
True. Even like small things, and sometimes those small things are like the most important.
The best things.
Yeah.
Just getting together for dinner or something.
Yeah.
You know?
So how quickly does this conversation evolve into, okay, we're doing this, and what are your expectations going into it?
It happened pretty quick, honestly. After we did the Off My Chest thing.
Yeah, we talked.
We just started talking.
Month, I think.
Yeah, we just started when all three of us, well, me, Corey, and Todd, started talking. Like, okay, we're gonna do this. Shit just got in motion.
We knew what we wanted to do right away. We know that, and I'll share this. I won't share exactly what our plans are, but like, because we're still figuring it out. But it's like, we know that we don't want to do a lot of shows. We know that we just want to play some shows and have it be done with, because we want to keep it special. You know, there's some reunion bands, and I don't judge them, I don't criticize them, I don't care. But there's some reunion bands, they come up, they don't make new music, but they're here years and years just playing shows.
Yeah, there's no magic.
Yeah,
just
and you
gets
can watch
boring.
it fucking just go down the tube.
Sure.
Like these bands start out, they're playing, they'll play their first show, maybe there'll be 500 to 1,000 people at the show, and then 5 years later they're playing to like fucking 50 to 75 people. And it's fucking depressing.
Sure, yeah.
And we know we don't want to do that. So if you have the opportunity to see Carry On and you want to see Carry On, go see fucking Carry On, because we're not going to be doing this for very long. There's not going to be a ton of shows. We're just doing this for...
And you guys are self-aware enough to know if the magic fades, you'll feel it.
Yeah,
but I would also say, like, if you're enjoying it and then you feel like an internal pressure to stop because it's some weird stigma, who fucking cares at the end of the day?
Yeah. I mean, we know what we want to do. Like we have a layout, we have a game plan.
Okay.
I'm sure things will change a little bit, and we also have to work around everyone's fucking schedule, because 3 of us are in, active bands that tour, and then, other guys have fucking children and lives, but we ain't gonna fucking burn out.
No, impossible. So tell me about that first set, Tie Down.
It's sick.
Walk me through it. I'm there and I'm thinking, like, A, I wish Bo was here.
Yeah.
B, no idea what to expect. And then they fucking open with The View. And like you
don't
can
even say
dude,
anything.
So sick. And like you just see this like relief hit the room where everybody just goes, oh wow, it's real. And we're hearing it and we're seeing it. Dude, it was so beautiful.
It was great. I thought people would know off my chest, and that's it. Like really didn't expect anything. Not only, and then the other thing that I learned is like, I could have been way more serious about my cardio and shit before. Because I was like, yo, I was good at practice. Like I could get through the set like 3 times, and like I do youth code. I'll fucking move around in youth code, and like, like I could lose a couple of pounds, but I got this. I didn't think about the fact that people would be fucking hanging off my, like 5 people at a time, hanging off my neck while I'm trying to not fall into the crowd too. Like I sound like a total old man, which I am, but like, yeah, I didn't.
Well, it's different now.
I didn't think these things through.
The etiquette is completely different now.
Not only that, when Carry On was playing, like we had people that liked our band and were into it, but it wasn't like that. Yeah, it was on a much bigger level, and I was just like, fuck. I got my ass handed to me is what I'm saying.
Youth crew cardio is done by reps only. Dude, you can't train for that. How was that for you, Todd?
Oh, it was lovely. It was great. It was fucking awesome playing those songs again, and it was awesome seeing us make so many people happy.
Yeah.
I felt so good.
Dude, absolutely. Looking out in the crowd, like people, like almost every single person I made eye contact with was like, if they're singing or whatever, everyone was just like so jazzed.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I was watching a clip and like I could see myself smiling. I'm like, I never did that and Carry On back in the day. I'd be like,
oh, fuck
you,
Let's
fuck you.
smile on stage.
And I was like, hey.
but I mean, it's different. You're looking out in the crowd during this and you're seeing like the last 15 years of hardcore musicians, like
dude.
lining the front, labels.
That's what I was saying. Like the people and like people stage diving on me and shit were like in bands I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
And bands that came after Carry On broke up that I like, and I was just like, this is so unreal, because I see people at shows and like I say what's up to people and I meet, shake hands and like, I like your band. No one ever really says anything to me about Carry On. So I just figure people don't know who I am, or they never listen to Carry On or something. And I don't really know why that is, because I'm always like, I love your band. I love your band. Hi, how are you? I love your band.
And
but I don't get that very often.
I don't know how many people know that in the moment you were the one being like, let's keep the band going. Who cares that I broke Edge,
Yeah. True.
Where if that was the narrative that was out there, it would be like, hey, Ryan loves Carry On. Let's talk to him about it.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
But here we are.
I love talking about Carry On.
Dude, it's the best.
If somebody approaches me and they want to talk about Carry On, I'm happy to do it.
Same, me too.
Yeah,
doesn't happen it happens a lot more now.
Yeah.
Like after the God's Hate set, especially. But yeah, before, not very often.
It's about to change.
Let's go.
Is there a point after Carry On, after 2005, where you don't expect to make music at all? Or I guess after 2001? Or are you just like, I'm
a lifer, dude. Okay. I love music.
Yeah.
Yeah. I I'm always making stuff.
How fast does the Adored, when does that come?
Happens when I'm living in San Francisco. I lived in San Francisco for a year, pretty much immediately after Carry On broke up. I mean, that's the reason, besides Breaking Edge.
Right.
Me leaving to San Francisco. The Adored, I live in San Francisco for like a year. I get a call from Nat Kiefer that used to play drums in Carry On. And he's like, hey, I'm starting a band that sounds like the Buzzcocks and the Jam in LA. And you should sing. And I was like, coming home. Let's go.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I learned I couldn't sing and I had to learn how to sing. And that was very difficult.
You were singing on there.
Yeah, I know, but it took me a while to get there.
That's
I
all
was like, I'd never done that before.
It takes some of us much longer.
This shit is fucking hard.
You signed to a Universal subsidiary?
V2.
What the hell? How did that happen? Did anything cool come of that?
Yeah, this guy, John Seidel, he was an A&R for V2. And the reason I actually entertained talking to him, he came to one of our shows and was like, you guys are sick. Keith Morris was his assistant. Keith Morris from Circle Jerks, Black Flag. And I was like, dude, fucking let's do anything they want to do. Like, this is sick. I get to hang out with Keith Morris.
Yeah, how did you stop doing that?
I was a fucking nightmare, basically. I don't know how in the weeds I want to go.
Sure.
I was just a complete maniac during that time of my life. Yeah. I was a liability. I was fighting people. I was partying way too much. I would play sets and still think I was in a hardcore band and like kick people in the face in the front row and shit. And people were like,
but so did Liam
what
Gallagher,
are you doing?
you know?
Yeah, but I'm not Liam Gallagher.
How many times did the Adored tour with Buzzcocks?
2 or 3.
That's insane.
Where? Like the UK, right?
We did UK, we did US, we went up into Canada. We recorded 2 songs with Pete Shelley singing. He saw us play in New York and we were covering Ever Fallen in Love. And we noticed him in the crowd and we were like, should we play this song? I was just like, yeah, let's fucking do it anyways. Who cares? And he was just like stoked.
That's cool.
I think he was kind of hot on a couple of the people that were in the band too. So he's like, some young boys. All right.
Let's talk a little more Youth Code.
Yeah.
You're still making extreme music, hard music, but through this very different lens.
Yes.
When do you get into industrial? And how deep do you go into the rabbit hole?
I got into industrial music. I mean, I listened to Ministry around the same time I get into like hardcore and straight edge hardcore through skateboard videos. I liked Ministry. I'd heard Skinny Puppy from like girl like Scary Death that gave me the flex your head.
Scary Death.
You know what I mean? Like when you live in a small town, like the punks, they listen to everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Everything underground is just one thing.
It's just a thing.
Plus,
right?
Ministry was also like, they were on like MTV in the mid 90s, early 90s.
Yep.
Mine's a Terrible Thing to Taste. It's 69.
He also had Palehead with Ian Mackay, so there's a crossover there happening already. So I'm kind of dabbling in it. And then there's also a lot of like minimal synth stuff happening around the time Youth Code started. And a lot of that, seeing a lot of those bands in LA and just like listening to the records, and it's just like synth pop basically, but done not as good.
And not aggressive.
Yeah. Well, that's where, when we started doing Youth Code, we're watching these bands and we're like, these bands are so fucking boring to watch. Like I like listening to the records, but like there's like nothing's happening. And I was just, that's like when the idea came. Before Youth Code started, I tried to start a band with John Westbrook, Josh Luce, Sarah, me, that was going to have drum machines. It was going to sound like SSD crossed with Christian Death.
Insane combo.
And we started fucking around with that. And then this thing happened with Vacation where Sarah said, we have a band, it's called Youth Code. And then that other band just went away because when Youth Code started playing, immediately people were like, do you want to play this show next? Do you want to play this show? Do you want to play it? And then Gibby was like, do you want to put something out on Deus Records? And like, I never got to go back to that other idea, which sucked because it would have been really cool.
It's never too late.
Fucking
as we
John
know.
Westbrook, Josh Luce,
Great musicians.
doing fucking weird ass music.
Youth Code too.
I always thought like listening to like Christian Death, like they had like moshy parts.
Yeah, big time.
And if you just like translated it different, like you could have a cool like kind of like gothy hardcore band. But if you put in some electronics, like think about like Second Empire Justice, Blitz record, like make this fucking monster of a weird band.
I mean, I
could still visit that
dude,
again.
I love industrial when it's fast.
Yeah.
Like the transitions.
Oh yeah.
Banger, dude. Fast song that just sounds like hardcore played with.
That song, I said, people keep saying we're a hardcore band that's industrial, and I was like, I'm actually gonna make a song that is a hardcore
It's
song.
fully a hardcore
Yeah,
song.
I know.
That 1-0-0,
Yeah.
you know?
Dun, dun, dun.
It's great. Do you do the majority of the programming?
Yeah, I pretty much do everything.
What's your DAW?
I use Ableton.
You got to
Yeah.
teach me, man. I don't understand the
it's easy.
shapes.
Yeah,
Squares. I like waves.
that's cool. You can hit the fucking tab button, it flips over to the
There we
other
go.
side.
See, I didn't know
Yeah.
about tab.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite? Do you do everything kind of internally in the computer, or do you have a favorite toy?
I have a wall of synthesizers.
What's your number one?
Depends on if I'm stuck on something, I switch it. I switch all the time. And I buy new stuff all the time because when I don't know how to use it properly is when I make cooler sounds.
Oh,
Yeah. So I should be selling the stuff I'm not using, but
Yes.
instead I put it on a shelf and I get back to it eventually.
do you ever record a sound and then not remember how to recreate it?
All the time. Because I have like a pretty large modular system too, where like there's no presets. Yeah, the cables that go in, and I just make sounds and then I either sample it with my MPC or I record it into Ableton, like a big audio file. Just let it play for 2 hours while I'm plugging away and turning things, and I go and cut it up and find little noises and then do
And
something
do
else with it.
you start Youth Code before getting into this, or do you get into this?
Oh, I was into it before. Yeah. When
just a hobbyist.
Well, when I got kicked out of the Adored, I was like so mad. I was like, that's 2 bands. Like I fucking sabotaged or got booted out of. Like, fuck everyone. I don't need anyone to like write music. I need to learn how to play guitar. And Todd, actually, you're involved in this part. I got a drum machine. You came over and showed me how to program drums on your laptop.
Yeah.
And while I'm trying to learn how to play guitar, I had like an acoustic guitar. And you sat with me for like a day. And from that, I got inspired, like going, I don't like being behind a computer, so I'm going to buy a drum machine. But my drum machine was a Korg EMX1, and it had a synthesizer built into it. And when I started playing with that, I started going, oh, this is like New Order, Depeche Mode. Like, that's where these sounds come from. And then I was like, what is this MIDI port? And then I bought a keyboard. I looked it up online, and then I bought a keyboard, and I was like, started sequencing it, and I was like, oh my God, I can start a fucking electronic band
Like
now.
a caveman making fire.
Yes. I was like, dude, I can do so much shit with this. So I was already doing that, but I wasn't really showing anyone this stuff. It was just like what I was into. But Sarah knew that I was making stuff like that. So that's when she was like, come on, we're doing a band.
Do that thing you're doing every night
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah.
Does Youth Code scratch the creative itch left behind by Carry On right away?
In the beginning, yeah, for sure. But in the beginning, I was also not sure who was going to sing for the band, if it was going to be Sarah or me. And then I was like super stoked to let her, become a front person and take over. But eventually I was like, oh, I kind of miss like I'll come out all the time from behind like the keys, like, cause I run sequencers and shit. I don't really have to do a lot of stuff. Like I have things to do, but I can fuck off for a while. So I would like get in the face of the crowd and stuff. And I was like, oh God, I miss this so much.
I was in Carry On.
Fuck off.
Do you still feel like a hardcore musician when you're surrounded by synthesizers?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I did in the Adored. I do in Youth Code. It's part of me,
That's who you are.
Yeah.
Does this feel like a culture shock, like fully entering this world as a musician?
No, not at all.
Do you think touring with Korn in Europe later this year will provide the same fulfillment as Sound and Fury?
No, God, no. Okay. I'm very much looking forward to playing the shows with Korn, though.
Sure.
Yes, it's going to be fucking sick.
Okay.
We played stadium shows with My Chemical Romance.
How was that?
And it was great. And I'm looking forward to doing it again because playing on a stage that big, it's like, it's so far removed from the crowd that it almost feels like band practice. And it's like, and it sounds so massive that all I can do is go like for like the, 30, 40 minutes we're out there, I can just go, I'm playing on a fucking stadium stage right now. I have no idea if people are flipping me off or stoked or what. I don't really care.
Yeah.
It's just, I can hear like all the subs and it's like, and I'm like, fuck yeah. And then I go and hang out in a nice backstage.
Did you guys brush elbows with My Chemical Romance when they were like a young band touring with American Nightmare?
Sarah knew them from back in the day. That's how we got on those shows.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You toured with Skinny Puppy.
Yeah.
That's kind of like the top of the industrial mountain.
2 shows with Skinny Puppy.
How was that?
Or 2 tours with Skinny Puppy. It was great.
What is left for Youth Code to accomplish to you?
We have an LP coming out on Sumerian Records.
How long have you been vegan now?
A very, very long time. I always say since I was 16, which is not true, but I definitely stopped. I stopped eating meat around when I was 16, and then I went back and forth with veganism a couple times in my life, but I've stuck with it for a fucking long ass time.
You ever experiment with veganism?
No.
Yeah.
I was vegan for 32 days, if you have any questions about.
Yeah? Oh, you were.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, I just saw you.
Of crunch
saw
wraps.
you at the fucking.
Don't tell people I was eating at the vegan
You were at the
sandwich
vegan
place.
restaurant.
No, don't
I
tell
saw
people
you.
That. Nah, that was cool.
Yeah, it was.
Just
sick.
behind me in line at the sandwich spot.
Yep.
In the sickest Youth of Today shirt.
Yeah, it was pretty ill.
So tell me your go-to vegan spots in LA and then maybe around the country.
Oh boy.
A lot of them have closed, I feel.
Yeah, it's a rough time for vegan restaurants.
It's not in vogue anymore.
I mean, the algorithm is telling you to eat raw cow milk and fucking pig hoofs.
Which even I think is crazy.
Yeah,
you know?
it's fucking weird.
The RFK of it all.
Yo, dude, it's so fucked. Don't get me started with that shit. Shit fucking makes my blood boil.
Yeah.
My favorite vegan restaurants right now, they're mostly places that have like both.
Okay.
Right now. Let's see. I love the breakfast burrito at Millie's, the place in Silver Lake. They have a vegan breakfast burrito. It's got soy risotto, just egg. It's got avocado.
Even the gravy is vegetarian,
tots.
which I don't
So
like.
easy to make.
Yeah.
I'll teach you a few things.
I don't want to learn how to make that gravy.
Come on, man.
Okay, Millie's, interesting.
Millie's breakfast burritos, the bomb. There's a place called Little Barn. It's over, I think it's in Frogtown. I just follow Google Maps to get there. But I think it's Frogtown. Everything they have for breakfast is fucking killer.
Okay.
I really like Pine and Crane / Joy that has Taiwanese dishes.
One of the greats.
Fucking so good.
Pine and Crane, I think I like a little more.
All the cold dishes are so
Dude, the
good.
Dan noodles?
Oh my God,
Come on.
I love it.
You been there?
It.
Unbelievable.
I love, my favorite food is ramen. So Daikokuya in Little Tokyo's got a great vegan ramen. There's a place called DTLA Ramen that's across the street from where Ace Hotel used to be. They have hella vegan stuff and it's so fire.
Daikokuya is
it's great.
Next level.
Have you been to the little the express place next? They have the inagari.
No.
Am I saying it wrong? The rice triangle, like the rice balls.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Onigiri.
Yeah. Thank
Yeah.
you. So off.
Yeah. It's all right.
Yeah. That place is really
Okay,
good.
good. Those are good. What about when touring with UCode around the country? Like, what's the spot you're most excited to eat?
Probably, even though it's not my favorite restaurant, always look forward to going to Chicago Diner.
Classic.
Yeah, it's great.
But if Bo was here, he would say, "Have you tried Handlebar yet?"
No.
Okay.
Bo, I'll check it out.
Bo, go to Handlebar for Bo. It's also
All
in
right.
Chicago, and I've had it, and I think it's smoked Chicago Diner.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
I just like the diner experience.
Of course.
Yeah, but I'll check it out.
All right, it's time. I have a couple questions One for you, one for you, two more for you. Could you, Ryan George, could you tell me your top 4 hardcore records of all time?
Yes.
Let's go.
No. Let me look at my list real
Yeah,
quick.
get your list. Get your analog list.
Okay, number 4, the bottom, very influential record for me would be the Time Is Now comp. Definitely came out at a time that a lot of things were very metallic and heavy and moving away from the hardcore that I initially fell in love with. And it was just like a fucking breath of fresh air. And basically, I don't think Carry On would have become what it did if it wasn't for that compilation.
I think this is the first comp in anyone's top 4.
Really?
Which is such a brilliant way to get more bands in.
Yeah, it was fucking mind-blowing. I went, there's this whole thing happening like that I was unaware of. And, you know, all those bands are fucking sick. And Matt Smith did the layout for it.
Love it.
Then number 3 would be Strife. It would be In This Defiance.
Yeah.
Over One Truth. Just because I feel like, number 1, it has the song Gray on it. And it just is on like a whole nother level. And Strife was like the most important band if you lived in LA. They were total straight edge dudes. They still sounded like Judge. They were heavy. The production on it was insane.
Mm-hmm.
It was just a very important band.
Great answer.
Yeah, great record.
I think everybody would agree with
100%.
you.
Yeah,
Everybody-
that was the band.
I love One Truth, but I think In This Defiance has aged better.
I completely agree.
And then next would be the Sportswear LP. That record is everything about Youth Crew hardcore put into one LP, and it's just so perfect. The songwriting is sick. The vocals are so good. It's like bold but better. The lyrical content is insane. It's they have songs about they have animal rights songs, they have straight edge songs. They fucking dress so cool. They're thankless. They thank like clothing companies. Like it's just perfect, dude.
And they're Norwegian?
It's Youth Crew. Yeah, they're from Oslo.
Right.
And that band, I think they're the illest band ever.
If you Google Ryan George Carry On, you're most likely in a sportswear shirt.
Hell yeah, dude. That's sick. I wish I still had that shirt. A kid came out to a Youth Code show when we were in Europe on this last tour, which was just a couple months ago, or a month ago. And he had a red sportswear shirt on. And I was like, dude, give me that shirt. And he's all, no. Well, I don't want to make
He
fun
should
of
have given it to
a
me.
Europe guy, but he was like, no. It's okay.
A sportswear tidbit that relates to me when Nails played Oslo on that tour we did with Creator and Carcass and Exodus. I had the music that plays before we play. I had it be sportswear.
No way.
Yeah, I have a video of it.
No way.
Yeah.
Why didn't you ever tell me?
I thought I did.
By the way, I know that they're probably long gone. I'm so mad I never got the Nails Bold shirt.
Oh,
The puff print?
yeah.
Dude, the puff print was ill.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, that sold like shit. Nobody wanted that.
Are they laying around somewhere? I need one.
I think so, yeah.
They
I
could
think
be
so.
on
What size large or size medium?
Medium.
Medium? Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll
I
get you one.
like to show off my man body a little bit.
I
Dad
fucking
body.
love bold, dude, but like Nails and bold are just not two things that really intersect.
Well, you would think that,
Works
but then
for me, dude.
I roll to the Underdog Bold gig, and who do I see front and center watching Bold? TXJ and RXG.
That's
dude.
right, brother.
I love
That made me feel
Bold's
good.
a shit, man.
Dude, I was so happy. Looking back is so fucking good, dude.
So speak out.
Yeah,
This
Like,
is why
but
I love
looking back,
sportswear.
yes,
because
yes, yes.
all those elements are in there, and they might be done a little better. Honestly, it's fucking good.
yeah.
Sportswear LP all day, every day. Also, special shout out to the band Eyeball,
Great band.
fucking German hardcore band. Took Chain of Strength, turned it up to fucking 20. And then number 1, my favorite hardcore record of all time is Youth of Today, Can't Close My Eyes.
Outstanding. Talk about it.
Let That Die Young was just a fad.
For fucking losers.
Who didn't care?
Yeah.
I will fucking drive my car off a fucking bridge when that part comes on. I have to pull over.
Dude, how funny is it? That lyric is like the antithesis of everything else he says on the record.
Oh, yeah.
It's all positive, but then it's like, but these other guys are fucking losers, by the way.
Yeah. I mean, we just mined some there too, so.
But they cut it on the 7-inch. Yeah, I know. Yeah, tell me about Can't Close My Eyes.
It's great. It's my, besides Minor Threat, it's my first actual hardcore record, and it's so straight edge.
Yeah.
And it's the cover art, everything about it is just perfect. And like Break Down the Walls is sick, but like to say this sounds crazy, but it sounds like too polished to me.
Yeah.
Compared to Can't Close My Eyes. It's like so unhinged and ferocious.
Yeah.
It's a fucking banger.
It is unhinged.
Agreed.
It's so angry.
I can't
My favorite
believe it.
Youth of the Day record
Mine too.
The vocals are just so wild.
And I think he said that was all like one take.
I believe it. Yeah. But it's so good. Like there's just a tonality to his voice, and it's just fucking incredible record.
Perfect hardcore music.
I probably listen to it at least every 2 weeks, and when I do put it on, I listen to it like fucking 10 times in a row.
You get to every version of We Just Might.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Could you tell me one industrial record every hardcore kid needs to hear and one hardcore record every industrial kid needs to hear?
Oh boy. That's a hard one.
Yeah. Take your time,
you know
they'll
what?
never know.
Honestly, like, I don't really need to dig that deep. I would probably say, like, Mind is a Terrible Thing to Taste by Ministry. I mean, it's just, like, if you like hardcore, and you have an open mind, you're probably going to like that record.
Hard band.
Yeah, it's fucking good, dude.
Hard as hell.
It's so good. That would be, I mean, it's a record everyone knows, or maybe they don't, but they probably should. But yeah, that one, I don't need to deep cut that.
Great answer.
Yeah. And then, I mean, Youth of Today, fucking
Perfect.
pick one.
Yeah.
You know, I'd pick Can't Close My Eyes, but yeah, that's a record everyone needs to hear. You know, if you don't like it, I don't like you.
Fair enough.
And fuck you.
Now, Todd, you've been on the show before and we've done this. So I need to switch it up, and I need to know from your mind as a master pit craftsman, your favorite four mosh parts of all time.
I'm going to do it like Tara did it, and I'm going to talk about things that are like a little bit more personal to me. There might be better mosh parts out there, but especially as it relates to Carry On, I want to list like four really influential mosh parts that were influential to me when I was in Carry On. Number one, and this is one of the best mosh parts of all time, Straight Ahead Breakaway. I haven't talked to any of those guys about like where they got that from, but it's like a chromatic walking like down the fretboard sort of riff.
Yeah.
And I want to believe that they probably got that from How Low Can a Punk Get by Bad Brains, because that it does kind of the same thing. But that mosh part I think is the best fucking mosh part ever. With, you know, the vocals, the lyrics, the way it's played, that's it right there.
That is it.
And then Floor Punch, No Exceptions. The same thing, like great vocal delivery, great vocal cadence, great lyrics, and just very hard, played extremely well. That drummer, King Shot, was and still is like a phenomenal drummer.
He was really in his bag on
it's
that.
Fucking good, man.
And that song in particular, I think is as good as hardcore music gets.
Yeah, me too. I think it's a perfect hardcore song.
It's no up front. Sorry.
I like it. I just yeah, you're right. It's no up front.
Just kidding. It's pertaining to a text message conversation.
Yeah. Third, Right Brigade, Keep Me Down.
Yes.
Jesse's vocal the tonality of his voice is so good. The lyrics to the song, like what leads up to the breakdown, the fast part that cuts right into the breakdown. I just think it's fucking great. And I believe that was also influenced by Straight Ahead, them doing like a fast part right into a mosh part. I believe I was told that somewhere along the lines.
Which you just described the thing you said you like are self-conscious about with Carry On writing, you know?
I was just thinking that.
And it's so cool every other time.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, I guess you're right. And then the fourth one would be, Death Threat Brotherhood. The first time I like Zach was really in tune with Zach brought that into our friend group, the Death Threat demo when it came out in 1998. Zach Nelson, Zach Oxnard from 185 Miles South podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out. But Zach brought that demo and it just fucking floored me. Like, I don't know, number one, it has 2 mosh parts that are great.
Yeah.
And Aaron's vocal on that and his words are awesome. And like, what blew my mind about that was like the last mosh part, I don't know if I'd call it a groove, but it's like, it's like, wow, holy fucking shit. And then he just starts talking about his friends. Like, I didn't know you could do that in a hardcore song. Not like my friends are cool. Like, he's like naming his group, like SDS, which I don't even know what that is, but it's like, dude, he's just talking about his friend group.
Yeah.
Like,
because they're the ones there at the shows up front singing that part, you know?
it's fucking sick. That mosh part, though, holy shit.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, still to this day.
And when we toured with Death Threat, on stage, you said, I love Death Threat because when I heard them, it was a combination of Hatebreed and Youth of Today.
That's exactly right.
And I remember standing there and going, he's exactly right.
Yeah, like I don't, like, yeah, that's what I thought in my brain as like a 98, I would have been 16 or 17. That's what I thought, because, and that was like my range of music right there too.
Wouldn't that be also explained tenfold?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Great band.
Yeah. Tenfold was sick. But yeah, so there we go.
Great answers.
Yeah.
And
cool.
Death Threat is kind of the hardcore band to me as a Connecticut man. No skips. Love them so much.
Yeah, they're
great answers.
Yeah, their discography is great. They still play. You could still see them. I think they're taking a break, but otherwise, they're gonna play. You could still see them. I mean,
they got Push Button on drums.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Got it all.
Awesome.
Well, guys, what a fantastic chat.
Hell yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us. Carry On is back for now. So if they're playing near you, if they're not playing near you, go see Carry On. You're gonna be glad you did. I'm glad I did. Can't wait for the Sound and Fury set. I'll be there front and center, maybe on the side as well, side side. But here we go. Carry On is back for a short time, and now we know a lot more about why and everything before, everything in between in this beautiful chat. Ryan, Todd, thank you for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Pleasure and honor. And we'll see you next week.